Data becomes bigger, and the world around it becomes more complex. You've blinked, and peak oil ends. Governments change. Homes become hotels. Giants merge. Different sources, different structures, and different data types have made it harder to find what you're looking for. Harder to make connections and gain the insight that separates you from others. Because big data doesn't always give you the big picture. Factset does. So, when the global news cycle becomes inaudible, Factset lets you distill it down to the crucial intelligence and go from insight to profit faster. When global markets look impenetrable, Factset helps you spark new ideas and trace them through supply chains, political dependencies, and emerging trends to find the most promising investments. When your organization is generating ideas faster than you can interpret them, Factset makes it easy to pull viewpoints together faster, to share, combine, and act. When your investments are spread across asset classes and geographies, Factset creates a window to find opportunity, measure performance, and predict where to go next. You need to find answers everywhere, across your organization, all at the same time. Factset collaborates with the world's investment professionals to do just that. We believe integrity is the foundation of trust, and that collectively, we can solve our greatest challenges. We search where others do not. We embrace new ideas. We search the world for possibilities. Factset. See the advantage.
Elsevier Philippines provides quality services to all Relics Group divisions worldwide. It started its operations last 2010. As the business matured through the years, so does our company's vision and mission. Equipped with comprehensive training and leading technology, our vision is to be the center of excellence with uniquely branded culture, engaged talent, and leading technology. Our mission is to help customers gain insights and achieve results in faster, more effective ways. We support our business partners with services that deliver innovative solutions, superior outcomes, and exceptional customer experience which is aligned with our employee value proposition, valuing what matters to all our unique customers.
In 2014, we launched our employee value proposition, and that is valuing what matters. We value what matters to our employees by acknowledging that our professional, engaged, and fun people are at the heart of our success as an organization. We value customers by putting them in the center of everything that we do, helping them to gain insights and achieve results in faster and more effective ways. We value our stakeholders by providing them with services that deliver innovative solutions, superior outcomes, and exceptional customer experience.
We provide exceptional customer experience and contribute to help our organization become the center of excellence with uniquely branded culture, engaged talents, and leading technology. We value our people and customers. Their hard-won loyalty is important to us. We commit to provide our customers the quality service they deserve by having the passion for winning. We practice boundarylessness by making every experience uniquely REPH through teamwork and collaboration with our customers across different industries around the world. We promote customer focus by putting our customers in the center of every decision we make, and we continuously find innovative ways to exceed their expectations.
As we now fully embrace the challenge of creating an effortless customer experience, all of us here in Reed Elsevier Philippines, regardless of division or function, must contribute to improving the customer experience because everything we do impacts our customers. We all own the customer experience in every customer touch point, in every step of our customer's journey. Our global CX vision is to provide our customers with an effortless customer experience. This depends on every one of us as REPH employees, as well as Relics team members. You are the customer experience.
Hello, I'm Vixie, the automated recruitment assistant of VXI Philippines. Do you want to know how to jumpstart an awesome career? Join VXI and be part of the International ICT Award 2019's Best Employer of the Year finalist, Best Company of the Year, Best Contact Center, Most Innovative Company of the Year for 2 years, Hall of Fame for Best Contact Center and BPO Company of the Year for 2017-2018.
Champion po siya ng solo dance. Australia, champion po siya.
We are hiring account representatives for customer service, sales, and technical support. Find us in a site near you. Quezon City, Makati City, Mall of Asia, Pasay, Clark, Pampanga, and Davao City. Enjoy a competitive compensation package and industry best incentives. Apply via Facebook Messenger at VXIPH. Email us at careersph@vxi.com. Text your full name, location, and preferred interview schedule to 0917-777-5555 for Luzon and 0965-932-9745 or 0961-757-8361 for Davao. We can't wait to have you on the team soon. Apply now!
Welcome to the Polytechnic University of the Philippines, the country's first Polytechnic U. PUP is a state-run university governed by Republic Act 8292, known as the Higher Education Modernization Act of 1997, and its implementing rules and regulations contained in the Commission on Higher Education Memorandum Circular No. 4, Series of 1997. It is home to more than 70,000 students, making it the largest state university in the Philippines in terms of student population. It is the university's commitment to give qualified and talented students access to quality and responsive education to aid them in the achievement of their dreams and the improvement of their lives. True to its commitment of making education accessible to all, the university has strategically established campuses and branches all over Luzon. PUP boasts of its roster of 1,483 full-time and part-time faculty members and 707 administrative employees. The faculty and employees perform the collective goal of training, servicing, and supporting the university's stakeholders. Was originally established as the Manila Business School, primarily for the training of personnel for government service and to provide skills needed for private employment. 4 years later, the Manila Business School was renamed Philippine School of Commerce or PSC and merged with the Philippine Normal School from 1933 to 1946. Through the virtue of Republic Act 778, PSC was renamed the Philippine College of Commerce or PCC in 1952. In April 1, 1978, PCC was converted into a chartered state university now known as the Polytechnic University of the Philippines by virtue of Presidential Decree Number 1341 issued by the President of the Republic of the Philippines. PUP truly has come a long way from a business school to a premier polytechnic university, the very first in the country. Every year, around 50,000 graduating high school students, mostly from economically challenged families, take the Polytechnic University of the Philippines College Entrance Test or PUP and hope to become one of the 10,000 who will be given a chance to be new PUPians. At present, the university offers more than 80 programs in the graduate and undergraduate levels with its strategic direction of making the colleges vertically articulated. Graduate School, College of Accountancy and Finance, College of Arts and Letters, College of Architecture and Fine Arts, College of Business Administration, College of Communication, College of Computer and Information Sciences, College of Education, College of Engineering, College of Law, College of Political Science and Public Administration, College of Social Sciences and Development, College of Science, College of Tourism, Hospitality and Transportation Management, College of Human Kinetics, Institute of Technology. PUP further strengthens its open university system through expanded tertiary education equivalency and accreditation program and the non-traditional system program. It caters to borderless educational system that aims to reach many learners as possible. For more than a century of existence, countless outstanding achievements have raised PUP to the level of a national comprehensive university. With the vision to transform the university into an epistemic community, PUP subscribes to the idea that a university should have an extensive research and extension development culture. Proof to this are numerous research undertakings of the university. Each year, PUP surpasses national passing rate in licensure examinations and ranks among the top in different academic disciplines. Has also institutionalized academic exchange and international cooperation with various countries all over the world through its Office of International Affairs. Today, PUP is relishing its successes, and its students are enjoying unprecedented academic opportunities, an enhanced campus environment, upgraded colleges, state-of-the-art technology, and nationally and internationally recognized programs. It has gone far from what it was more than a century ago. This is mainly due to the support given by the government, the PUP community, and its benefactors. With the combined efforts, PUP will continue to be a partner in nation building and in poverty alleviation for the marginalized sector of the society with quality, responsive, and relevant education as a tool. PUP, the country's first polytechnic youth.
Allow me to share with you my vision for the university. I envision PUP to become the pioneering and leading national polytechnic university in the 21st century. With a national polytechnic university status, it will bring more opportunities for the university to further strengthen its academic programs, education. My mission PUP is for it to recognize its catalytic role for national development. PUP will ensure inclusive and equitable quality education and promote lifelong learning opportunities through a re-engineered polytechnic education. By re-engineering, we look into the existing processes and programs in order to achieve higher quality of academic programs and services following the principles of effectiveness and efficiency. With this mission in mind, I have formulated 10 pillars as my reform agenda for the university. Pillar 1, Dynamic, Transformational, and Responsible Leadership. Empower academic and administrative leaders by following the core principles of good governance to create collective growth and unity. Here I would like to highlight an innovation by introducing the development of an integrity management plan to assess, plan, and implement anti-corruption strategies that will secure the institution against corruption and abuse. Likewise, asset management and resource generation will be aggressively pursued to ensure productivity and finance the implementation of the plans and projects for the university. Pillar 2, Responsive and Innovative Curricula and Instruction. We aim to provide world-class polytechnic education that responds to national and global needs by developing intellectually challenging curricula and design academic programs that are based on industry demands to provide the learners with adequate and relevant competencies and skills and prepare them for a successful and rewarding careers. In a rapidly changing world, we recognize the paradigm shift in curriculum to outcome-based education with lifelong learning approach. Pillar 2 also sits on the framework of internationalization of Philippine higher education through transnational education by promoting academic mobility among faculty and students and global dimension into the curricula and teaching process. Pillar 3, Enabling and Productive Learning Environment. Following education in Industry 4.0, we aim to increase and enhance the use of new technology to enable student learning and engagement, as well as advanced teaching process and methodology through new and state-of-the-art facilities that will support the overall learning and teaching experience in the university. Pillar 3 likewise includes campus development and the provision of conducive learning centers and facilities for students and faculty. Pillar 4, holistic student development and engagement. We will empower students as well as rounded learners and active young leaders as we open opportunities for various academic mobility and venues for honing skills and personal development, being the principal stakeholder of the university. Recognize academic freedom as a form of self-expression and a platform to showcase students' intellect, skills, and creativity. Pillar 5, empowered faculty members and employees. Likewise, we are looking into the holistic development of our faculty and employees as productive, competent, and experts in their respective fields. We will encourage our faculty roster through formal education, capacity building, research and extension initiatives, faculty immersion, and other academic engagements, both local and abroad. We will ensure that both our faculty and employees will have a vibrant career development path as public servants in this state university. Pillar 6, vigorous research production and utilization. We will continue to strengthen the research culture in the university by promoting discovery and innovation through increasing disciplinary and collaborative research integration across academic disciplines to create new knowledge, utilize research findings, and develop innovative products. Pillar 7, global academic standards and excellence. Achieve the highest levels of recognition in quality and compliance standards from CHED, AACUP, and other international accrediting and regulatory bodies for higher education. We will intensify our efforts to achieve and sustain better academic performance and continue to excel as a top-performing school in various professional licensure examinations and produce board top-notchers as well as sustain our status of being the most preferred graduates of employers. Likewise, we aim to establish and to be recognized as centers of development and excellence in our academic programs. Pillar 8, synergistic, productive, strategic networks and partnerships. Synergize and forge strategic linkages and partnerships across all sectors of society and the global community in line with the overall plans and programs of the university. Establish alliance with the government, industry sector, NGOs, and the academe will lead to resource sharing, program support, and research collaborations beneficial for all. Pillar 9, active and sustained stakeholders engagement. Harness a healthy and harmonious organization by empowering all its stakeholders, both internal and external, through open communication networks, consultative and participative undertakings, and team-building activities, recognizing that all stakeholders can greatly contribute towards the betterment of the university. Pillar 10, sustainable social development programs and projects. Expand access to education, knowledge building, and information dissemination through sharing of expertise and resources for community development. Support inclusivity approach in education by embarking on Education on Wheels, which aims to bring access to education closer to communities, following the principle of no one will be left behind. As the University of the People, we should bring the university closer to their hearts to serve their needs and extend assistance in mainstreaming public service. Our institution must continue to stand as one for the values that we have inculcated. For the past 115 years, we have exemplified our quest for truth, excellence, equity, relevance, effectiveness, integrity, and academic freedom. Lastly, I call upon each and everyone to join me in this journey. Together we stand as one para sa sintang paaralan para sa ating bayan.
Uy! Nandito na pala sila! Hi guys! Magandang araw mga schoolmates! Nandito na muli ang lahat ng dapat yung malaman tungkol sa pamantasan. Ako si Zelo.
Lahat ng in, lahat ng hit, lahat ng trendy. Ako naman si Mary Rose.
At ito ang inyong online tambayan. Ako naman si LA at ito ang PUP TV! Pinakausapan sa pamantasan. Guys, wala ba kayong napapansin? Wala si Kesa! Ano? Pero bukod doon, hindi nyo ba nararamdaman na per months na? Ano? At ilang tulog na lang, malapit na magpasko, di ba? Tama!
At ipagdiriwang na natin ngayong October ang anniversary ng ating sintang paaralan.
Tama! Pero alam niyo ba kung kailan eksaktong ipinagdiriwang ang founding anniversary ng ating sintang paaralan? Ngayong first week of October.
Sabi ko na sa'yo eh. Talaga namang nakaka-proud ang maging isang PUP yan, di ba?
Oo naman, kasi bukod sa tayo ang may pinakamababang tuition fee dito sa buong Pilipinas, tayo din ang kauna-unahang Polytechnic University sa buong bansa.
Eh teka lang, ilang taon na nga ba ang PUP?
Ay, alam mo makikita yan sa logo natin eh. Di ba nakalagay doon? PUP 1904. So kung 2013 na ngayon at 1904 tinatagang PUP, 109th founding anniversary ng ating sintang paaralan. Oo nga, at speaking of logo, alam niyo ba kung ano ang kwento at kasaysayan kung paano na po ang kulay Golden Star at ang kulay maroon sa paligid nito? Paano nga ba? Pwes yan ang ating alamin dito sa ating episode ng PUP logo dito sa Anghit. Alam niyo ba na ang logo ay ginagamit bilang pagkakilala ng isang establishmento, gusali, paaralan o anumang samahan? Ang bawat logo ay may kanya-kanyang kahulugan at simbolo. Pero ano nga ba ang simbolo sa likod ng logo ng ating sintang paaralan? Sabay-sabay natin alamin ang kahulugan at kwento sa likod ng ating logo dito sa Anghit featuring PUP logo.
Hindi ko pa alam. Ano ba yung logo? Nakalimutan ko eh.
Sinisimbolo yung PUP.
May simbolo sa katatagan ng ating universidad. Excellence.
Excellent yung PUP. Parang yung symbol yun ng ano, yun sa humanity.
Yung bilog daw, infinite wisdom. Star stands for the perfection of human person as well as the search for truth. PUP logo, yun yung dream namin. Kailangan namin maabot, mag-graduate namin dito.
Dates back to the conceptualization of this logo, simplified adoption from Leonardo da Vinci's famous drawing, the proportions of the human figure. At that time, I was the executive assistant of Dr. Nemesio Ibrahim. He was the one who conceptualized it.
Ang hugis bituin ng ating logo ay isinunod mula sa tanyag na likha ni Leonardo da Vinci na The Proportions of Human Figure o mas kilala sa tawag na Vitruvian Man. Ang katawagang Vitruvian ay hinango mula kay Vitruvius, isang arkitektong Romano noong 100 AD.
In our logo, the golden section is, of course, the center of the 5 concentric circles, zeroing in on the midpoint of the PUP star logo.
Ang tinatawag na golden section sa between ng ating logo ay siyang sentro ng 5 bilog. Ang 5 bilog na ito ang tinatawag na 5 concentric circles na nangangahulugan ng integrity, ingenuity, industry, intelligence, at internationalism ng PUP bilang isang pamantasan.
This logo serves as a constant reminder to all future generations in the community of the Polytechnic University of the Philippines that from the ancient times, the flowering of ideas from the golden section stimulates proportionate economy, social justice, truth, and beauty. The Polytechnic University of the Philippines star logo becomes a symbol of light for the entire nation.
Ang galing! Yung pala yun!
Dito ka pa naman, Jello. Hindi ako nakikinig eh.
Baka naman nakalimutan ko lang.
Wait lang guys. Maiba naman tayo. Hindi nyo ba alam na ang PUP, hindi rin tayo pauhuli sa mga successful graduates natin?
Oo naman!
At pinatunayan yan ng ating dalawang ka-scholar ng bayan na kung saan nag-top lang naman sila sa Nutritionist Dietitian Licensure Exam 2013.
Wow!
Tara, panoorin natin ito. Ang kanilang kwento sa PUP yan!
So, ako pala si Julius Cesar A. Bactal. So, I'm 20 years old and I took up BS Nutrition and Dietetics dito sa PUP.
Ako si Giancarlo R. Murillo. I graduated as cum laude with GPA of 1.56. And 21 years old na ako, I have my license number. Proud RNP, proud PUP. Ako kasi even start pa lang, nagkaroon na ako ng goals. So, sinabi ko sa sarili ko, pagpasok ko sa PUP, kailangan makakuha ko ng laging honor for the university. Kailangan maging top notcher ako ng board exam natin. So, start pa lang kailangan may goal setting ka na.
Nag-set tayo ng goal na magkaroon ng laude at saka magkaroon ng top sa board exam. So, yun ang naging goal ko. 2 days after malabas yung result, naghanap na talaga ako ng work. So, experience ko talaga is napakahirap. Kahit sabihin mo ng top notcher ka, naging cum laude ka, hindi pa rin ganun kadali pumasok sa tunay na mundo.
Nag-apply na ako sa isang agency dito sa Pilipinas, pero itatry ko pa rin na pumasok sa mga food company.
Alam naman natin, bilang isang PUPian, tayo pinanganak na kulang sa pinansyal na kapasidad. So, ang meron lang tayo is utak. So, utak ang puhunan natin. Ang pagiging isang top notcher ay simula pa lang yan ng buhay. So, ang tunay talaga is nagsisimula talaga yan after ng college natin. So, ngayon pa lang, kapwa ko PUP yan, mag-aral tayong mabuti.
Alam nyo kasi naniniwala ko, knowledge without faith is nothing. Sa lahat na pinag-aaralan natin, dapat laging ang sentro, Panginoon.
Wow! Ang galing talaga nila, no? Pero alam nyo, baka pwede sila maging personal dietitian ni Kesa. Bakit naman kakailanganin nun eh, ang pet-pet na nga.
Slim na kaya nun.
Nasan nga pala si Kesa ngayon, no?
Balita ko na sa SMX no si Kesa.
Lalakwatsa na naman. Ginagawa ni Kesa sa SMX. Balita ko nililibot niya yung buong Pilipinas eh. Para saan? Hindi niya tayo sinama kasi eh. Panoorin na lang natin ang may special na inihanda si Kesa sa atin. Panoorin natin.
Hi guys! Andito ako ngayon sa SMX Convention Center para sa 24th Philippine Travel Mart ng Philippine Tour Operators Association o ng PhilTOA. At guys, alam nyo ba, sa loob nito ay ang buong Pilipinas. Kalain mo nagkasya ang buong Pilipinas? Hindi ka naniniwala? Tara, puntahan natin. Hindi lingid sa ating mga kaalaman na ang Pilipinas ay isang bansang mayaman sa magaganda. Magaganda! Ano ka ba? Magagandang tanawin. Kaya naman, lakas loob, taas noo, pulo ang dugo na tinanong ng PUP Creative sa mga tao rito kung bakit nga ba it's more fun in the Philippines. Alamin natin! Bakit po it's more fun in the Philippines?
Because mas marami tayong makikitang sceneries dito.
Because you have the beautiful places here in the Philippines.
Philippines is the best among all our countries. Yes, big house.
A wow country.
Shadow naman daw.
Wow destination. You like it?
Yes. Philippines is a wild country with wild people.
Exciting, tsaka madami mong pupuntahan.
Bakit it's more fun in the Philippines?
Kasi nandito ka.
Nakakayak naman. Ay, ito naman. Bakit it's more fun in the Philippines? Look up. Look up.
Kesa, Pilipinas ka ba?
Bakit?
Kasi ang ganda mo eh.
Bakit po it's more fun in the Philippines?
Bakit? Ano ba?
Ma-enjoy mo yung lugar sa Pilipinas.
Because of you.
Because of the people, you know? So, masaya mga Pinoy eh.
Inuurasan mo? Huwag na lang. Hanap na lang kayo.
Ang tagal kong naghintay para sa sagot. Guys, we have here Governor Vilma Santos. Governor V, bakit po it's more fun in the Philippines? Ang sagot niya, wala eh. Wala ko na pala. Hi guys, we have here Mr. Mark now sa...
We're doing well.
It's you po. Sir,
Yes.
why is it more fun in the Philippines?
Number one, the people. The people are the friendliest people all over Asia, possibly all over the world. And also, we have everything in the Philippines. Actually, the only thing we're missing in the Philippines is snow, but that's okay. We don't need snow. We have the best beaches. We have sand.
Oh, di ba?
Who needs snowmen when you can make sandmen? We have the best scuba diving in the world. You go to Tupataha Reef. You can see everything. We have 95% of the world's marine biodiversity right here in the Philippines.
Di ba schoolmates, sabi naman sa inyo, sobrang ganda ng Pilipinas. Ito nga, sabi naman ako sa kanina dito sa SMX, ang dahilan kung bakit it's more fun in the Philippines ay una, dahil sa mga magandang tanawin. Pangalawa ay dahil sa ating mga sariling produkto. Pangatlo ay dahil hindi ka mauubusan ng mga gagawin dito sa ating bansa. At pang-apat at ang pinakamahalaga sa lahat, kung bakit it's more fun in the Philippines, eh dahil na rin sa mga masasayahin at magagandang mga Pilipino. Sabi! Kinasabi!
Wow, grabe! Sayang dito yung nakasama dyan sa SMX Convention Center.
Tayo ni Kesa. Hindi naman tayo sinama ni Kesa. Pero balita ko nga, may booth daw doon ng PUP. Booth ng PUP Creativity. At alam nyo ha, itong booth na to, kasama nito yung iba pang malalaking kumpanya sa buong Pilipinas. Wow, big time ang PUP. Ang cool, di ba?
Nakaka-proud naman na maging isang PUP, yan talaga naman. At dapat na nating i-celebrate ang ating founding anniversary.
At kaya wag natin kalimutan, mga kapatid sa pananampalataya, mga schoolmates, na batiin ang ating nag-iisa, ang ating sintang paralan ng
Happy 109th Founding Anniversary!
Happy founding anniversary, PUP! At muli, ito ang inyong online kabayan, PUP TV, pinakausap-usapan sa pamantasan!
Emerson is a global technology and engineering leader. We operate in over 150 countries. We are 110,000 employees worldwide. And here in the Philippines, we have over 2,000 employees.
My name is Vicky Florento. I'm from Dell Philippines. I'm handling the university relations and services hiring.
Augusta Steel supplies concrete reinforcing bars to the Philippines' booming construction industry. We have been the leading supplier of quality steel bars for the past 52 years.
EGS is an Alborica company. It is one of the fastest growing BPO companies in the Philippines right now.
I'm Cecil Venancio, and I'm a Branding and Communications Director of Sykes Asia.
We don't decide whether you're from a top-tier university or a state university. We decide based on our assessments that includes exams and interviews. Having said that, a lot of Dell's workforce in the Philippines are from PUP.
55 to 80 hires annually, those coming from PUP alone. And as a matter of fact, 14 of the homegrown employees who started from staff and supervisors have been promoted.
Currently, we have 13 employees from the PUP. They're working in a different field, so most of them are engineer, some are in sales, most of them are in the higher position.
There's a huge pool of students that we can really harvest from. And we know the reputation that they bring. So we're glad that we have a university like PUP that we can rely on for our future employees.
love the graduates of PUP. They're not only fun to work with, but you can rely on them. They are very, very dependable.
PUP graduates are an exact match and fit to Pagasa Steel's mission and vision.
The reason why we prefer the PUP graduates is the fact that we notice that they have a common denominator, very hardworking. See, whatever happens, they'd still work. Even if it's raining, they'd still come to work. You give them additional tasks, they'd accept. They are resilient.
Very passionate, aside from being resilient, because we can see that they're very dedicated with their job. And we've seen a lot of PUP graduates, not just in one department.
They turn out to adapt very well and adjust well to our company here in the Philippines. They're productive employees and they stay with us for a long time.
Stand out sa PUP graduate is their loyalty sa company. Integrity and ethics, drive for results, intellectual capacity, and adaptability. So when we hire PUPians, they have this kind of competencies.
Of course, they're very intelligent people, responsible in a sense because whenever we meet these graduates and we ask them what are their future plans, they would always come up with answers like helping out their family, or because I'm done with school, I'll help out another sibling. So you would know already that these kids, even before they actually embark on certain work, they already have goals in mind.
They're not maarte, no? Whatever you give them, they know that if it's for the purpose of the job, they will do it. And so they have, they're the ones that survive the challenges of work. They don't shirk away from responsibilities. They're the type who, whatever the job requires, they're up for the challenge.
PUPians enable people everywhere to grow and thrive.
PUP is one of the pillars of the nation because it is an institution that provides good graduates, people who really contribute to the success of the community or to the success of the country.
All the people associated with PUP, if you're a graduate, congratulations, and you should be proud of yourselves. For those of you that are students, please continue the tradition, the proud legacy that your school has. Some of you, PUP, you work for us now. We appreciate you. We know you're good employees. For those of you that might work for us in the future, please consider us. We'd love to have you. We know that you make a great employee for Emerson.
PUPians, bring everything you are. If you have big ideas, let's talk. Come work where passion meets possibility. You can visit jobs.del.com for opportunities.
To pursue your dreams and work hard for whatever endeavor you will choose. And in the event that you will choose to apply in one of the fastest BPO companies in the Philippines, I would like to invite you to apply in EGS, an Alorica company, because our doors are open for all of you.
To all the PUPians, let's create a size of smile together.
Smart is very happy to have PUP graduates now enjoying their career and let them live more.
Hashtag Sites to PUP. We will support you in more ways than one.
Tara na, maging magkasama na tayo. Mabuhay ang PUP.
Noon pa man, malaki na ang naging bahagi ng mga kababaihan sa lipunang Pilipino. Kaisa sila sa marubdob na paghahangad ng kalayaan ng ating lahi. Kabilang sila sa paglinang ng ating makulay na sining at mayamang kultura. Kasapi sila sa pagtataguyod ng mga adhikain ng kapwa mamamayan at sa pagtugon sa mga pangangailangan ng lipunan. Katuwang sila sa pagtuklas sa mga larangan ng agham at medisina. Kapanalig sila sa pagpapairal ng batas, karapatan at katarungan para sa lahat. Kabahagi sila sa paglilingkod sa bayan at sa pagpapanatili ng demokrasyang Pilipino. Sa paglipas ng panahon, hindi nagmaliw ang kanilang pag-ibig sa ating inang bayan. Mga kababayan, ito ang alay ng mga kababaihang Pilipino para sa bayan. Tumayo po tayong lahat at sabay-sabay nating awitin ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Ayaw magiliw, pero sa silangan, alam ng puso, sa lilim mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, gulatan ng magiging, sa manlulupin, di ka masisigil, sa nagatang tulog, sa silang at sa langit mong gabang, may ginatang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang isang ng patawat mo'y kalumpay na nagilingin, ang bituin at araw ng kailan pa may pag-ibig. Lumanang araw ng malhari-pasika, buhay langit sa piling mo. Ang higaya na pag may makahangin, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Hi, I'm Engineer Florinda H. Oquindo, Director of the Alumni Relations and Career Development Office. The role of our office is to keep connections among students and alumni, provides complete range of services to students, alumni, and employers in the area of career development, graduates and professional schools preparations, employee relations, and campus recruitment. We also provide alumni and students with the tools and resources to help find success in all professional endeavors. To all freshmen, please come and visit us. Our office is located at N209 North Wing, 2nd floor.
Konnichiwa! Good afternoon, all of you. Good afternoon, students or graduating students from the College of Accountancy and Finance, College of Arts and Letters, as well as our industry partner, and students from our PUP campus and branches from Maragondon, Santa Rosa, Taguig, Santa Mesa Rao, and at the same General Luna, Mulanay. So, konnichiwa. Good afternoon to all of you guys. I'm Professor Jane S. Fulma from the Alumni Relations and Career Development Office and I will be your moderator for today's webinar. Our office is located at N209, so magkikita tayo once face to face na. So guys, please remember to keep your microphone always on mute. Okay po. And please always remember that we are currently on live stream. So our office is supporting the student holistically for from freshman up to your last year or up to your 4th year. So we are trying to prepare you for both internship as well as for employment. And we have to provide, or We are tasked to provide avenue that can help you become efficient and future ready. So we had lined up several activities, topics that can help you becoming a work ready, immersion and exposure ready to various career development and mentoring program. So we have maximized our linkages with our industry partners, well as establishing a quality partnership with them. So sa amping pong mga industry partner who are with us today, BXI, Payreto Services, Factset, and Red Elsevier. Good afternoon po at maraming salamat sa pagbibigay nyo ng opportunity and time para makasama ang ating mga estudyante from PUP or Polytechnicong Universidad ng Pilipinas mula sa main campuses hanggang sa kanyang mga branches and campuses. So, well, over Luzon, ang nandito po sa ating Zoom room. So, guys, let me share my screen for the virtual etiquette. Okay, so as per mentioned kanina, we do have two audience for this webinar. We do have stream participants and the Zoom participants. For our Zoom participants, please remember to keep your microphone on mute while the webinar proper is ongoing. And always remember that we are currently on live stream. We'll be having our Q&A portion. You may raise your hand so we can unmute you and you can interact with our speakers. You can also use the Zoom chat, so you can raise your questions, comments, and suggestions during the webinar, and we will be addressing it on the Q&A portion. For our stream participants po, good afternoon, konnichiwa sa inyong lahat. You may also use your comment section of the PUP Career Center Facebook page. Kindly introduce yourself with your name, course, and section, well as your campuses, so we can address you properly. We will be monitoring and including all of your questions during the Q&A portion. So guys, meron kayong e-certificate or digital certificate that will be available 2 to 3 weeks after the conduct of this webinar. Kindly accomplish the evaluation form or the evaluation to which the link will be posted on the Zoom chat and the comment section at the end of the session. Just make sure that you access this link 6 hours after the webinar. Okay, so bigyan po natin ng konting panahon para makinig sa message ng ating VP for Students Affairs and Services for this webinar. Saglit lang po. Let me share my screen.
Pisas and Director of Alumni Relations Career and Development Office, Engineer Flor Oquindo, Chief Jane Pulma, and Chief Mabel Belmonte, representatives from our industry partners and participating companies, other guests, and to our dear students, a pleasant morning to all of you. It is my pleasure to welcome all of you to this career talk. This is one of the activities of the university, specifically the ARCDO, where we would like our students to know the importance of building one's career path. Our dear students, knowing and determining where you want to go and how to get there are our main goals why we have this career talk. Likewise, the university would like to help you achieve your goals in securing future jobs or internships. In this event, You will have the opportunity to meet your future employers, reputable and well-established companies representatives who will inspire and motivate you to work hard to achieve your future goals. To our industry partners and participating companies, thank you for partnering with us and for the opportunity that you are giving our students find their employment or find a good venue for their on-the-job training. May we maintain our intensive relationship and in the process both benefit from it. Rest assured that this university will continue to be your partner in your worthy endeavors. PUP will continue to cultivate its students' potential to make them more productive with exceptional skills and know-how which are needed by your companies. I would like to extend my deepest gratitude and utmost appreciation to ARCDO team headed by AB Pisas and Director Flor Oquindo, and to all participants and sponsors who made this event a success. Again, welcome to this career talk, and may our good Lord bless us all.
Okay, so maraming salamat, Dr. Sinaida R. Sarmiento, our Vice President for Students Affairs and Services. So guys, let me introduce you our first speaker. Our first speaker is BXI Philippines, which is established in 2003, and since then, they continue their success in creating more than 20,000 jobs across Metro Manila, Pampanga, and Davao. So there are the industry best benefits for both industry and employee. So let's welcome our industry speaker, but first let us watch the AVP or the audiovisual presentation as introduction for the BXI.
Read.
Sorry. Wait lang po ha. Medyo dalawa kasi yung naka-share screen ko. Okay, to discuss about virtual interview, resume writing, and power dressing, let's welcome Mr. MJ Mark Josel Felipe of BXI Global Philippines. Good afternoon, Sir MJ.
Good afternoon, Prof. Zane, and good afternoon to all our viewers and the attendees of this virtual career fair this afternoon. Hello, everyone. Hello.
Wait lang po ah. Hi, Sir Miss Laika. You can share your screen na po. Can...
Yes, let's proceed with sharing the screen so we can proceed with our topic for this afternoon. Okay, so I guess we have the presentation already. So again, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Mark Giselle or MJ Felipe. I am part of the talent acquisition team of VXI. So this afternoon, we will be tackling about resume writing, power dressing, and interview tips. So this would be as a preparation for you guys because I know some of you are graduating students. So most likely sooner or later, you guys would be applying for a job. So to prepare you with that, we have some tips and we have some informations or knowledge to share with every one of you. Okay, so here are our agenda for this afternoon. So like what I've mentioned earlier, we have resume writing. Next one would be power dressing. And lastly, we have some interview tips for all of you guys. Okay, so without further ado, let's proceed with resume writing. So to start, what is a resume or how do we define resume? So resume is a concise document. This is a one-pager document that would contain your contact information, your personal information, as well as your educational background and your work experiences. Okay, so resume is actually one of the most important things that you need to prepare if you would be applying for a job sooner or later. Okay, so the next question that we have here is what is the difference between a resume and a CV or a curriculum vitae? So most of you guys might, be confused if there is a difference between a resume and a curriculum vitae. So now we would be defining that one. Okay, so resume, again, like what I've mentioned earlier, this is actually a concise document. It is actually a brief introduction of yourself, your background, both education and employment background that you have, as well as your qualifications for the job that you were applying for. Okay, how about a CV? So let's now proceed with a curriculum vitae or a CV. So what is the difference or what sets apart a CV from a resume? So CV or a curriculum vitae is actually a document. This is actually a very detailed document of all your educational backgrounds, attainment, your previous work experiences, as well as detailed informations about yourself. Okay, so the next question that we have here, or the next item that we have here, is what to include in your resume. So like what we've discussed earlier, so what I've mentioned earlier, there is actually a difference between a resume and a CV. So both of these two has actually a different formatting or should have different, or they have a different informations to include on a resume or on a CV. Okay, so first one that you need to include on your resume would be your personal information. That would include your name, your contact informations. That would also include your contact number, your active email address, and as well as your email address or your permanent address. Okay, so say for example, a company would be able, or some companies would be sending you an email, a job offer letter. Definitely they can be sending that to your email, or they can send a hard copy to your address. Okay, it would also include, your resume should also include your educational attainment. It should include a course in the university where you graduated. And lastly, it should include your previous work experiences. Okay, so that should include the companies that you've worked with, what are the positions that you've handled in the past. So that should be included on your resume. Okay, so what to leave off your resume would be our next question. So from the previous item that we've discussed or we've tackled about shortly the informations that you need to include in your resume. So now, what are the informations that you need to leave off your resume, or what are the items that you should not be including on your resume? So first one that we have here would be personal or confidential informations, like your some irrelevant informations, like probably your the name of your mother, the name of your father, um, what are their work or what are their occupations, so you could leave that of your resume. Okay, some of the candidates that I've also experienced in the past, they are including their height as well as their weight on their resume. So you can include that, yes, definitely. If you are, say for example, applying for a job that would require for them to identify what is your height or what is your weight. One good example is if you would be applying, like say for an example, in an airline industry. So definitely if you would be applying as a flight attendant, definitely they should be able to know your height or your weight should you qualify for the position. So most of the time, candidates are including those informations on their resume, and a lot of times, those are the items or those are the informations that we could, spare off your resume, or you can not include them on your resume. All right, so those are the examples of the items that you need to leave off your resume, right? And okay, so the next one that we have here would be how long should the resume be? So like what I've mentioned earlier, a resume should be a concise and a brief document that would include your personal information, your educational background, and your personal experiences or your work experiences. Okay, so a resume, like what I've mentioned earlier, this is a one-pager document. The shorter, the better. Okay, so it should be as concise as you can. And one reason why we want it as concise as possible is for you to be able to have something more to say during the interview. Because like say for example, you put everything in your resume. So during the interview, wala ka nang masasabi with your interviewer kasi nakalagay na doon lahat. Okay? So bakit pa tayo mag-interviewer kung nilagay nyo na pala lahat doon sa inyong resume, yung mga informations that we could be able to ask during the interview. Okay? All right, and then next one would be how to format your resume. So a lot of format or a lot of sample resumes are available in the internet, so you could check on that one. You could choose the format that suits the position or the company that you were applying for. One good example is that the one I said earlier. Like say for example, if you would be applying in an airline industry, it should include all the basic informations that they would be needing, your height, your weight, your eye vision, as well as your capability to swim, something like that. Okay, it is actually it's actually a different format. If you like, say for example, you would be applying in an advertising company, where you would be, trying to work as part of the creatives team. So the better or the resume, your resume as you present it or as you format it should be as creative as it should be. Para from the resume itself palang, the company would be able to identify or to be able to see how creative you are in terms of the position that you are applying for. Okay? All right. And where to save a resume? So right now, most of the interviews and most of the application process are being done virtually because we are still in the pandemic. So you must understand or you must take note, guys, that your resume should also be available online. You can upload it on a Google Drive, where your company or where the company that you were applying for should be able to download a copy of your resume. Okay. All right, so we can probably proceed with the next one. So now that we are done with your resume, or when you are already complete preparing your resume, let's now proceed to power dressing. This is also one important factors that you need to consider when you are applying for a job. Okay, all right. So first item that we have here is to first research the company's culture and dress code. Okay, so there are actually different dress codes appropriate to each industry or to each company that you are applying for or that you might be applying for in the near future. Okay, why why do you need to research about the company's culture and dress code so that you would be able to dress appropriately to the company or during the interview? Okay, so even though that the interviews are being done virtually currently because of the pandemic, you still need to prepare yourself. You still need to dress well or to dress appropriately on an interview. Okay, so one good example here is like, say, for example, you would be applying in a banking or a finance industry. So in a finance industry, most of the people working there are wearing corporate attires or business attires. So it is very important for you to dress as how the employees are dressed for the company that you are applying for. It is very, different if you might be applying in a call center industry or in a BPO industry, because the dress code that we have in a BPO industry is a bit relaxed as compared to how other industries are required to dress. In a BPO industry, you can just wear your plain shirt. You can wear just jeans and rubber shoes during the interview or the recruitment process, as compared to others that they might actually require you to wear something formal or business attire. Okay, so that is why you have to research, or that's why it is very important for you to be able to research first the company's culture and dress code before you attend the interview. Okay, all right, so next one that we have here is to invest in a power outfit. Okay, so it doesn't matter if you only have one pair of clothes for the interview, as long as you are comfortable wearing it, as long as you feel confident wearing that outfit, that should be perfectly fine. Okay. All right. So next one that we have here, or the next tip that we have here would be is to try your interview outfit prior to your interview. Okay. So lalo na ngayon during the pandemic, some of us might gain weight, some of us might, lose some weight. And the outfit that you would be preparing for the interview, hindi na pala siya kasya sa'yo kapag susuot mo na siya. So it's very important for you to try out your outfit prior your interview para ma-gauge mo din if you still feel confident or if you still feel comfortable wearing the outfit that you would be wearing for your interview. Kahit na naka-virtual interviews pa yung a-attendan ninyo. Okay? All right, next step that we have here is to don't over-accessorize. For the girls, you could wear plain stud earrings. For the guys, as much as possible, remove all the earrings that you have. I know medyo uso ngayon yung malalaking necklaces, gold jewelries. So you could, you could spare those items, or you could spare those accessories during the interview. The plain, the better, or the casual that you attend the interview. As long as you look presentable, as long as your clothes are neat, that should be fine. Accessories are not really necessary during the interview. So you just have to make sure that you look very presentable. And again, you should feel comfortable and confident with whatever you are wearing for the interview. Okay? And lastly, or the last step that we have here is to groom yourself. Okay? So this, like what I've mentioned earlier, it is very important that aside from looking presentable, aside from yourself feeling confident and feeling comfortable with what you're wearing, it is also very important that you look very neat during the interview. When I say you look very neat, it doesn't have to only be the physical attributes, but you should also, take into consideration, like, make sure that you take a bath before your interview, make sure that you brush your teeth before the interview, your nails are clean. Those are the type of grooming tips that you could take from this discussion this afternoon that you could probably consider once you would be applying for a job very soon. Okay, so like what I've mentioned earlier, it is very important that you look very comfortable and very confident with what you're wearing. The reason why we discuss this, or the reason why we are giving you guys these tips, because we all know that if you guys prepare for the interview, it is also one way of showing respect to the interviewer, or to whoever the person that you would be meeting during the interview. If ever you prepared well for that specific thing. Okay, So the way you present yourself, the way you dress yourself shows respect with the interviewer or with the person that you would be meeting. Okay? All right, so that would be all for power dressing. Let's now proceed to interview tips. So now that you are done preparing your resume, and now that you have the idea on what to wear or what to consider, what during or while preparing your outfit for your interview, now let's move on to the interview tips. Okay, so first step that I will be giving you guys is to open your mouth more when you are speaking. So why should you do that? It's for you to be able to speak well and for the recruiter to be able to hear you properly. Okay? Especially now that if you might be attending face-to-face interviews, you might be wearing a mask because you are still in a pandemic. We don't want to spread any virus. And it's very important for you to be able to speak clearly, even you are wearing a face mask. Okay? So next step that we have here is to practice speaking in front of the mirror. Like what we used to do when we were still kids, guys. I know marami sa inyo na nagtatry tayo mag-arte-arte, magsalita in front of the mirror, acting when we were kids. That also applies now if you would be applying for a job. Okay? One good reason is for you to be able to see yourself during the interview. Para if there are some awkwardness when you were speaking, so you would be able to address that one prior to attending the interview. Para you would be able to see paano ba yung itsura mo kapag nagsasalita, for you not to be, so conscious about yourself during the interview. Okay? So next one would be listen to yourself as you speak. So a lot of times, as we all know, listening is actually one way of us learning on how to improve our communication skills. Okay, so try to listen to yourself. If ever you prepared some interview questions or some interview answers, it's very important for you to listen to yourself as you speak, so that you would also be able to address if there might be pronunciation lapses, so that you would be able to correct those prior your interview. Okay, next one would be to read more. This is one good tip, and this is actually a tip not only for you guys who would be applying for a job, but this is even if you are already accepted, or if ever that you are already hired for the job, if ever you read more, that would improve your knowledge, that would improve your vocabulary. So there are actually a lot of words that you could learn. There are a lot of things that you could apply with your job or with your interview or with the interview that you would be attending. So this is very important, or it's very helpful for you to read more. Okay. The next one is, after reading, yes, definitely could also watch English programs. So I know a lot of you guys are very familiar with the changes that is happening now in terms of our generation. So the kids nowadays are very fluent in speaking in English because probably they watch a lot of films, or they watch a lot of, programs that are speaking in English. So the generations or the kids nowadays are very much fluent in speaking English. They probably watch Peppa Pig, or those are the programs, the type of programs that I think we lacked during the time, or during when we were kids, or when we were kids back then, because yung mga programs that we are watching back then are really cartoons, mga Tagalized cartoons from the television. So this also applies even if you are at the age that we are right now. So you could watch English films, you could watch documentary films. So those are also very helpful apart from reading. Okay? And then next one is to improve your listening skills. So aside from you improving your English communication skills, it is also very important that you listen well during the interview. Okay? So that this is one factor for you to be able to understand clearly, understand clearly the interviewers or what the questions being asked to you as an applicant. So I have also one example here, or story to tell to share with everyone why you need to improve your listening skills as well as your vocabulary. So I have been in the recruitment or the talent acquisition team for quite some time now, and I have attended a lot of recruitment job fairs, recruitment caravans, and during one of the job fairs that I have attended to, in the past. So I have encountered this applicant. So the usual goes, I ask the candidate, can you tell me about yourself? Something like that. As soon as the interview goes, so the normal interviews. And then when we reach to a point or when we reach to the question that I asked the candidate, what was your edge for this position, or what is your edge or your advantage about this or for the position that you were applying for? So syempre, as an applicant, the usual answer that we would have if ever you ask, or if ever that you are asked about this question, is to give the interviewer the positive, positive qualifications that you have that made you suitable for the job. Like say, for example, okay, interviewer, I'm very hardworking. I am very easy to train. So those are the type of answers that you to provide your interviewer if you are asked about that question. If ever that you are asked about what is your edge or what is your advantage for the position that you are applying for. So di ba yun yung mga usual natin na nasagot dapat. So when I asked this candidate that question, surprisingly, the candidate answered, my edge is 26. So guys, this is very important that you also improve your listening skills as well as your vocabulary. Okay? So para you would be able to address the question, you would be able to answer the question very well during the interview. Okay? So para hindi magiging ganun yung sagot nyo on some of the interviews na interview questions that your recruiter might be asking you during the recruitment process. Okay? All right, and the next item or the next step that we have here is don't be afraid to make mistakes. Okay, so I know, or a lot of times we commit mistakes, and even on interviews there are a lot of mistakes, and you don't have to be afraid of them. Use those mistakes as training for you and as a lesson for you guys, so that the next time you would be attending interviews or that you would be attending recruitment process, you are well equipped and that you are prepared to answer the questions very well. Okay. And lastly, since we are still in a pandemic and most of the interviews are being conducted over the phone or virtually, you must be able to check your audio and video settings beforehand or before the interview. You should also check your Wi-Fi connection as well as your earphones' battery percentage. Okay? Para hindi mapuputol yung interview niyo. Alright? Okay, so those are the interview tips. And now, with the next item or the next topic that we have here will be acing your interviews. So there are actually three important factors that you need to consider during your interview. So first one would be your body language. So your body language is 55% of the message that we send. And always remember to have a body language that exudes positivity. Okay? So you have to make sure that during your interview, you pay attention. Di kayo yung sobrang likot or yung sobrang maligalig during the interview. Pay attention to your interviewer. Make sure that you are facing towards your interviewer, hindi yung kung saan nakatingin. And always maintain an eye contact with your interviewer. Okay? Hindi din yung ganito yung hands nyo or hindi din naka-de-quatro during the interview. Show some respect or show respect to the interviewer through your body language. Okay, so the next one that we have here would be your words. Okay, so the selection of words is very important during the interview. Avoid using jargons or those, like say for example, words that are only, that are only available or that the recruiters might not be able to, identify or know because that's a jargon. There are words that are, some example, there are words that only PUPians know or some of the words that are not very familiar in terms of the recruiter. So you have to limit yourself from using words that you're using jargons during the interviewer. Okay. All right, so next one would be refrain from using highfalutin words. So those highfalutin words, ito yung mga words na sobrang lalalim. So iwasan na natin sila gamitin, lalo na if you are not that confident or if you are not that familiar using that word. So make sure that you only use words that you could probably express yourself more, or yung mga words na ilimit na natin yung mga hindi kayo masyadong, familiar. All right? So okay, so the next one would be don't use a certain word multiple times or avoid redundancy of the words. Make sure that you cascade your thoughts very well and briefly on your interviewer. Hindi nyo na kailangan pag-ulit-ulitin or hindi na natin kailangan pang pahabain yung sagot natin during the interview. Say your answers directly to your recruiter. Okay? And then always use positive phrasing. Okay? All right, and then the last one that we have here would be voice. So gain attention by changing the volume of your voice. You don't need to shout naman with your recruiters, but if you feel that the recruiter is a bit bored during the interview, try to change the volume of your voice for you to be able to capture the recruiter's attention. And then use emphasis and inflection to convey the interest, okay? So those are the tips, or those are the important factors that you need to consider as you attend an interview. Okay? All right, and then let's now move on to the next one, getting ready for your application. So now that we have prepared yourself or your resume, you have prepared your outfit, and you have prepared yourself for you to be able to answer the interview questions, let's now get ready to the application process. Okay, so first item that we have here is one important tip that you need to always have to consider is to research about the organization. Like what I've mentioned earlier, there are a lot of differences in terms of the organizations, their culture, as well as their dress code, like what I've mentioned earlier. So you have to make sure that you research about the organization or the company that you would be applying for. Okay. Next step that we have here is to analyze the job description or the requirements. This is to make sure that you guys are fit or that you are qualified for the position. So most of the time tayo, lalo na pag mga fresh graduates, apply lang tayo, send lang applications to a different company or to different companies. So make sure, guys, when you send your application, make sure that you read well the job description as well as the requirements and the qualifications for the job para magigauge nyo kung pasok ba talaga kayo doon sa trabaho na yon or for that position bago kayo mag-send in ng applications. Okay? Then the next one would be prepare your responses. There are a lot of interview questions or interview samples on the internet. So you could listen to that, you could watch those videos available from YouTube for you to be able to prepare some answers on, commonly asked questions during the interview. Okay? And the next one would be in connection to the third item that we have here is learn about the interview, the common interview questions. So ito yung madalas na tinatanong, tell me something about yourself, what are your edge or your advantage for the position, why should we hire you? So those are the questions, most common interview questions na tinatanong during the interview, and make sure that you guys research and prepare answers for those common questions. Okay? All right. And the next one would be is to fix your posture. So like what I've mentioned earlier, your body language is 55% of the message that we convey to our recruiters. So it's very important that you look presentable and that your posture is very well, hindi yung nakapukot kayo during the interviews. Make sure that you look well, that you present well during the interview. Okay? Next step, again, prepare your outfit. Make sure that you are confident and that you are comfortable with what you are wearing para dun sa itsura nyo pa lang, maganda na yung dating nyo during the interview. Okay? And then the next one is make sure to update your resume prior to your interview para lahat ng experiences nyo, lahat ng educational attainment ninyo, courses that you took, nandun lahat sa resume. So also make sure that the contact details that you put in your resume is active as well as your email address. All right? And then the next one would be second to the last is to prepare to take notes. Always bring a pen and paper with you para if there are important informations that that your recruiter or your interviewer would be giving you, matake note na siya, lalo na if they would be giving you important details like addresses, time and date, so that you will be able to take note of that one. Always be prepared to take notes. Okay. And then lastly, again, check your audio, video prior to interview. Also check your phone's battery percentage and your internet or your Wi-Fi connection. Okay. All right. So we're almost done with the presentation. So let's now proceed to the final tips that I could give you guys, that I would be giving you guys this afternoon for your application process or the interview process that you might be attending anytime soon. Okay. So one, always smile. So you have to look very happy. You have to look very presentable during the interview. Always look pleasant during the interview or the recruitment process, even if you are attending the interviews online or virtually. Okay, prepare. This includes this includes that you dress well during the interview and that you research about the company's culture as well as the dress code. Okay, the third one would be get on the same side as the recruiter. So like what we've discussed earlier, should be able to show interest to what the interviewer is telling you. You should be able to listen to your interviewers well. This actually shows respect to the interviewers or to the ones conducting your interview. Okay. Then number 4 is to always be considerate of your body language. Always show yourself or present yourself positively during the interview. And that is through the body language. Always listen and be attentive to your recruiter. And then next one is again, maintain eye contact with your recruiter because that also shows respect to the interviewer. Hindi yung kung saan tayo nakatingin or medyo aloof tayo during the interview. I know interviews are very nerve-wracking, but you just have to remember that the interviews or the application process is your ticket to the dream job that you have. Okay? And lastly, always close on a positive note. Okay, so having said that, I will be closing this session or this presentation this afternoon on a positive note that coming from Joyce Brothers, that a strong and positive self-image is the best possible preparation for success. So thank you so much, guys, for listening and for attending this virtual career fair today. So again, this is MJ Felipe from VXI Global Philippines. Thank you so much, guys, and enjoy the rest of the day.
Okay, maraming salamat, Sir MJ. So guys, may tanong ba? Can you give
Thank you, Franklin.
Can you give a birthday clap or a heart kay Sir MJ? Okay, going not just once, but ang dami. Okay,
Thank you,
pero
guys.
sa Facebook stream page natin, yung mga nakikinig po, baka pwede naman po na pabigyan sa Sir ng like, pa-thumbs up or pa-like yung kanyang yung videos na to. Okay, so guys, so I hope marami tayong natutunan kay Sir MJ on his lecture about virtual interview, resume writing, and power dressing. So guys, may tanong po ba tayo kay Sir MJ? Okay, sir, paano po marireach ng mga pwedeng or possible applicant natin ang BXI? Saan po sila pwedeng mag-apply? At ano po yung email address na pwede nyong i-post or pwede nilang i-post kung saan pwede silang mag-send ng resume?
Okay, so whether you are an intern or someone who's graduate already or looking for a job, you can send in your application or a copy of your resume to careersph@vxi.com. You can also reach us to our Facebook page, that is VXIPH. And lastly, you can also walk in. I know that we are still in a pandemic, but the company is also prepared in terms of, conducting the safety or the precautionary measures with COVID. So you can also, or I can also invite you to walk in at our recruitment hubs. So we have sites here in Metro Manila. We have one in Bridgetown, Pasig City. We have one in Quezon City that is in Muñoz. We also do have one in Makati that's in Buendia, in Mall of Asia, as well as in Clark, Pampanga, and also we also have 4 sites in Davao. So definitely you can walk in at any of our sites if you are interested to join the VXI family.
Okay, marami-rami yan. So guys, yun naman sir, gusto mag-internship. Welcome po ba ang BXI? Or welcome po ba? Currently sir, kasi may mga estudyante on their last term, they do have their internship. So welcome po ba sa BXI ang mga estudyante natin from PUP, hindi lang just for PUP branch, PUP main office, but for PUP branches and campuses such as Taguig. We also do have Santa Rosa, San Pedro, Maragondon, Quezon City. So open po ba kayo for virtual OJT, sir?
Yes, right now, Prof. Jane, we are also accepting internships. So definitely those interested candidates or students who would like to spend their on-the-job training with VXI, again, you can send in your resume or application to careersph@vxi.com. So we would love to receive your applications, or we would love to have you join our team as an intern.
Okay, so maraming salamat Sir MJ. So guys, both graduating student and at the same time, yun pong nag-a-apply or naghahanap na ng possible internship host station nila, pwede po kayong mag-join sa BXI. So by the way, let me also take this opportunity to not just to plug, to encourage you all para to attend our virtual career in internship pair this coming 28th day of February from 8 o'clock to 5 o'clock p.m. There are several industry partners who will be with us on that event, and they will be offering you internship opportunities at malay nyo, they also be conducting a interview na, or they will receive your CV and resume on that specific activity na rin. So guys, I hope to see you sa 28th, sa Monday, exactly 8 o'clock up to 5 o'clock. Okay, so marami po tayong industry partner. You can check the link for the registration sa PUP Career Center Facebook page and also the PUP website. Nandun po ang registration link natin. So we'll be sending the Zoom meeting link to all registrants for that particular event. Okay, so again, maraming salamat Sir MJ para po sa ating mainit or magandang discussion ngayong araw na to. So again, in behalf of the Alumni Relation and Career Development Office, I would like to thank you, the BXI Global Holdings, for sharing your expertise and knowledge on virtual internship, resume writing, virtual interview, resume writing, and powered dressing. So maraming salamat and gracing us and sharing your time with us, sir. So I'll see you again,
Thank you so much, Prof. Jane. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you,
Have a good day and stay safe
Thank you,
always.
Miss Miriam. Okay po. So guys, para naman sa ating susunod na speaker. Okay, so okay, our next speaker is was established in 1992 and one of the world leading provider for professional information solution in science, medical, legal, risk management, and business-to-business sector. So let me share my screen for our next speaker, Red Elsevier, Philippines.
Reed Elsevier Philippines provides quality services to all Relics Group divisions worldwide. It started its operations last 2010. As the business matured through the years, so does our company's vision and mission. Equipped with comprehensive training and leading technology, our vision is to be the center of excellence with uniquely branded culture, engaged talent, and leading technology. Our mission is to help customers gain insights and achieve results in faster, more effective ways. We support our business partners with services that deliver innovative solutions, superior outcomes, and exceptional customer experience which is aligned with our employee value proposition, valuing what matters to all our unique customers.
In 2014, we launched our employee value proposition, and that is valuing what matters. We value what matters to our employees by acknowledging that our professional, engaged, and fun people are at the heart of our success as an organization. We value customers by putting them in the center of everything that we do, helping them to gain insights and achieve results in faster and more effective ways. We value our stakeholders by providing them with services that deliver innovative solutions, superior outcomes, and exceptional customer experience.
We provide exceptional customer experience and contribute to help our organization become the center of excellence with uniquely branded culture, engaged talents, and leading technology. We value our people and customers. Their hard-won loyalty is important to us. We commit to provide our customers the quality service they deserve by having the passion for winning. We practice boundarylessness by making every experience uniquely REPH through teamwork and collaboration with our customers across different industries around the world. We promote customer focus by putting our customers the center of every decision we make, and we continuously find innovative ways to exceed their expectations.
As we now fully embrace the challenge of creating an effortless customer experience, all of us here in Reed Elsevier Philippines, regardless of division or function, must contribute to improving the customer experience because everything we do impacts our customers. We all own the customer experience in every customer touchpoint and every step of our customer's journey. Our global CX vision is to provide our customers with an effortless customer experience. This depends on every one of us as REPH employees, as well as Relics team members. You are the customer experience.
Okay, so to discuss about Finance and Accounting Cafe, let's welcome Mr. Mespi San Jose, Accounts Payable Supervisor of Finance and Accounting Hub of Red Elsevier, Philippines. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Hello, good afternoon. So let me introduce myself first before I get to actually introduce Mesmi. So hello, everyone. Hello, PUP. Good afternoon. How is everyone? All right. So I guess everyone has already have taken their lunch. And before I get to actually introduce Mesmi, let me introduce Reed Elsevier Philippines first as an organization. All right. By the way, I'm Kat Lisa. I'm the HR Supervisor for Branding and Corporate Communications of Reed Elsevier, Philippines. So what is Reed Elsevier, Philippines? So first off, let's talk about Relics. So Relics is a global provider of information-based analytics and decision tools for professional and business customers. So Relics is our mother company, and that is located in London. So in layman's term, you can call us like the Google of the professionals. So what do we actually do? We provide information solutions to our customers. So say, for example, if you have a lawyer or a doctor that needs a research basis, then that is a time that we offer our services to them. So that is where Relics comes from. All right. Next, we operate in 4 market segments. So we have scientific, technical, and medical. That is Elsevier. We also have legal. That's LexisNexis. And then we also support businesses. That is Risk Solutions Group. And then lastly, we are also one of the world's leading events organizer, and that is Reed Exhibitions. So where is Reed Elsevier Philippines located? So we have 2 sites here in the Philippines. We have one in Manila, that is in UP Ayala Land Techno Hub, Quezon City, and then the other one is in Iloilo. So the REPH Manila office is located in a modern office park opened in early 2011. So again, that's in UP Ayala Land Techno Hub. And then the second office opened in Iloilo in early 2015, providing additional talent and business continuity capabilities. All right. So that is Reed Elsevier, Philippines. Now, to further talk about finance and accounting, without further ado, let me transfer the floor over to Mesmi San Jose, our accounts payable supervisor.
Hello. Can you guys hear me clearly?
Yes,
ma'am.
Yeah. Hello, good afternoon everyone. Good afternoon mga scholar ng bayan and my fellow PUPians. I hope you are all safe wherever you are today. It's an honor and a privilege to be with you guys and share with you our wonderful company, Reed Elsevier Philippines. As early as now, I wanted to congratulate everyone. I wanted to say that you are all on the right track. Accountancy is a very good choice to have a career because all businesses needs accounting service. So congrats.
Miss Cat, na medyo nagkakaroon yata ng technical difficulty si Miss May.
Just hang on. Sorry.
Yes, ma'am. So, habang hinihintay po natin si Miss May, guys, the link for the virtual internship and a career in internship pair for Monday is posted, already posted at the Zoom chat, and it will be posted mamaya-maya sa ating PUP Career Center Facebook page.
Hello.
Yes,
I'm so sorry. Yes, I got
Okay.
disconnected, but yes, congratulations in advance to everyone.
Okay.
Okay.
Welcome back po.
Thank you, ma'am. So welcome to Reed Elsevier Philippines Finance and Accounting Cafe. Next slide, please, Kat. Okay, so let me introduce myself. I'm a graduate of BS Accountancy, of course, from our Sintang Paaralan, Polytechnic University of the Philippines. I've been with our company for 8 years now. So I started as a cash application supervisor, and now my current role is accounts payable supervisor. So I've supported 3 of the segments in our company, namely Elsevier, LexisNexis, and Reed Exhibition. So I'm Emerald San Jose. My friends and my colleagues call me Mesmi, and I will be your barista for today. So allow me to show you our career menu. Next slide, please, Kat. So first, a taste of around the world. I am very grateful. I was given an opportunity to travel abroad. I went to London, United Kingdom. I became one of the delegates to join our event in International Jewelry London 2018. Since I'm part of the segment Read Exhibitions, and we handle and manage shows and events around the world. So it was such an amazing experience as I get to know and learn our business up close. So before I go to our menu, let's do some icebreaker. And to show our appreciation for you for coming today and listening, we will be giving a small token to anyone who will send their answers on the chat box. I guess first five to answer. All right. So let me ask you this question. So you can type in your answers on the chat box. So what do you think are the job roles that an accounting graduate can land on in a corporate world? Any idea, guys? I know busy kayo sa pag-review at sa mga projects. Yes, accounting assistant, auditor. Wow, ang daming gusto maging auditor, bookkeeper, auditor. Yes. Yes, tama kayong lahat. Those are the promising roles that you can land on after you graduate. Thank you so much, guys, for answering. Ayan. So I guess we already have the 5 winners. Ayan. All right, next slide, please, Kat. Yeah, the menu. So just like a good cup of coffee, accountancy in a multinational organization is composed of ingredients made to perfection to ensure we get the most out of it. So I'm here to present to you the different roles and opportunities in our company. Next slide, please, Kat. First on the menu, procure to pay. So this team is responsible in creating master records for vendors, government units, editors, authors, freelancers, and employees. We process and pay invoices and expense claims and manage their queries related to their payment. So this team is actually the accounts payable team, and I am part of this. If you would like to apply in our company, you can apply to the following roles: accounts payable specialist, controls and reporting analyst, procure to pay specialist, and global process owner. So next on our menu, okay, global procurement team. So this team handles transactions involving contract management, supplier onboarding, requisition creation, purchase order management, spend analytics, e-sourcing, socially responsible supplier, direct spend, privacy and security, lease admin, and reporting, software asset management. So this team actually identify the goods and services needed by our company, and they also handle or negotiating contracts with our vendors. So roles under this team are contract admin, e-invoicing analyst, procurement generalist or buyers, software asset management analyst, spend analyst, and supplier onboarding and help desk. Next. So next on our menu, our tax team. So they handle direct, indirect, and local tax compliance, as treatment and transfer pricing compliance. So since we are a multinational company, we handle different tax processes for different countries. So if you will apply to this team, you will have the role of a tax accountant. Okay, next. We have the record to report team. They perform general accounting, intercompany accounting, fixed asset and project accounting, e-products, journals accounting, book accounting, cash and global banking team, handle tax compliance, transfer pricing compliance, tax transformation, and project management. So this is actually the general ledger. They are handling the general ledger process of the division finance and accounting hub. So if you would like to apply to this team, the job roles are accountant, compliance officer, record to report specialist, and global process owner. Okay, next on our menu. Okay, we have order to cash team. They manage collection activities, cash applications, and aging of receivables, provide support during audit, handle refund, and they handle refund processing. So this is actually the accounts receivable part of the process. So if you would like to apply within this team, you can have the following role: cash application specialist, credit and collection specialist, and global reconciliation specialist. Okay, next. Okay, next is our project management office. So in our company, since we are a multinational company, we ensure that we make our processes efficient. So this team handles improvement initiatives, process transitions. If there are new accounts coming in, they handle that part. And then they also handle the robotics and process automations. Okay, and then next. So we also have the global reporting, planning, and analysis. So they do periodic financial planning and forecasting, weekly and monthly business performance evaluation against plan and forecast, management reporting, revenue and cost drivers, monitoring and analysis, metrics reporting, management reports to augment decision support teams, or business unit reporting, business partnering. So they are more on reporting, analysis, and forecasting. Okay, next. All right. So yeah, to sum it up, those are the careers that you can explore when you graduate in our company. So we are roasting all of these job roles, brewing the career of our employees in the following teams. So order to cash, procure to pay, global procurement, tax team, record to report. We also have the compliance team, project management office, global reporting, and planning and analysis. Yep. So next slide, please. All right. So before I end my presentation, let me give you quick tips in interview preparation in a multinational company. So first, always come prepared and on time. Okay, so preparedness means researching about the company and of course the role that you are applying for. So read Elsevier. We do have social media. We are in social media: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. So you can look it up. You can search us from there, and then you can research about our company. Next, of course, English only policy, especially in our company, because we cater a lot of accounts around the world. So make sure that you practice speaking and listening, like what the previous speaker has discussed. All right, so that's very important. And then next, so since you are a fresh graduate, you are applying for an entry role. Of course, the interviewer is already set their expectation that you do not have any experience yet. So normally, the questions are situational. So to help you with that, it would be good if you can relate to the situation that is being discussed or asked during the interview. You can share your experiences in school, the challenges that you had, and of course, bilang isang scholar ng bayan, I can relate to the challenges that you have been experiencing and you have experienced during college days. So yung mga sleepless nights and pagre-review hanggang madaling araw. So I can tell you it's all worth it. So just keep on moving forward and doing what you love, of course. Studying accounting, because it's really worth it when you graduate. So make sure that you able to relate to the situation when you were being interviewed. And of course, lastly, be confident. All right, and enjoy the conversation. So medyo nakakabawas ng nervyos yun when you just enjoy the conversation with the interviewer. So always think that the interview is all about yourself, your behavior, your knowledge, and your passion. So, para at least marami kang share doon sa interviewer. All right? So, I guess we still have time for another question. Ayan, before we end. May I just ask, siguro kahit 2 winners na lang dito, no? So, may I ask, nag-take notes kayo, what are the 4 segments in Read Elsevier Philippines? So, what are the businesses that we have discussed earlier? Natatandaan nyo pa ba? So, it's related to science, and then we also have legal, and then businesses, and then events. Ayan. Naku, nakalimutan nila agad. Yes, Irish Royal, Elsevier. Yes, thank you. That's correct. Any other takers for the second token that we have prepared for you? Yes, exhibitions, Read Exhibitions, and LexisNexis yan. Thank you very much, Joanne Marie and Darlene Joyce. And Jean Katangal. Yan. Thank you so much, guys. So, I hope I was able to enlighten you with the different opportunities that you can explore after you graduate. So, join us. Let's brew your career to perfection with a company that values what matters. Read Elsevier Philippines.
Okay,
Yep. So
So maraming salamat, Ma'am Nesme. So again, Ma'am,
we still have one slide, Ma'am. Sorry.
Yes, Ma'am.
We would like to share.
Yeah.
So, we would just like to share our current job openings. We have finance and accounting interns for 3rd and 4th year students of finance and accounting. So you are all welcome to apply. We also have openings for accounts payable administrator, credit control administrator. These are open for fresh graduates. So tama yan para sa inyo. Do we still have more, Miss Kat? Oh, that's it. Okay. So thank you guys for your time, and we hope to see you in company after you graduate. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. Maraming salamat, Miss May. Ma'am, invite ulit namin kayo. Gaya kanina ni Sir, invite kayo namin para maging as one of the speaker for the PUP Balik Sintang Paaralan, the PUP Alumni Webinar Series to showcase the PUP alumni graduates well as their industry or their industry kung saan sila belong ngayon. Okay, so Miss Mabel will get in touch sa iyo po maya-maya
Thank you, ma'am. Sure
Yes,
po.
ma'am. Maraming salamat, Miss Kat. Thank you. So guys, may tanong po ba kayo kay Miss sa Red Elsevier? So, ako magtatanong. Ma'am, meron actually, alam ko meron silang OJT on their last internship, last year as sports year. Saan po ba sila pwedeng mag-apply or mag-send out ng application?
Hello, sorry. Okay. So let me open my camera. So again, I'm Kat Lisa. I'm the HR supervisor for branding and corporate communications. So yes, Reed Elsevier Philippines is currently accepting interns for finance and accounting. So we are open for we accept third year and fourth year students as interns. And the good thing about it is our office is still working from home. We're still working from home until further notice. So that goes with our interns as well. So we can go ahead and once you are accepted as an intern, we will go and send you your equipment and have it delivered straight to your home. So you don't have to go to our office and pick up your equipment. No, we'll go ahead and send it over to you because your safety matters to us. Plus, we will also be providing you allowance and of course, state-of-the-art lessons from no less than our finance and accounting professionals. So let me also take this opportunity to invite, if you know someone who are fresh graduates of finance and accounting, you may go ahead and let them know that we have openings for fresh graduates of finance and accounting. We currently accept credit control administrator and accounts payable administrator for those who would like to apply in Reed Elsevier Philippines. So yeah, but anyway, do you have any other questions related to hiring? That we may for you to send your internship applications, you may go ahead and send it to manilacareers@readelsevier.com. Let me go ahead and type it in the chat box again. It's manilacareers@readelsevier.com. You will still undergo the same application like a normal applicant would do. So we will be interviewing you. Then once you're accepted, then we can go ahead and process your internship agreement per se. And yeah, make sure that you type the subject internship so that we can segregate those who are applying for internship and who are applying for employment. All right. So do we have any other questions?
Guys, may question pa ba tayo para kay Miss Kat sa Red Elsevier? Okay, can you give Miss Kat a heart reaction?
All right, so we are excited to have you guys in Reed Elsevier Philippines. So like what I mentioned to the earlier webinar, that our employee population consists of 12% of PUP graduates, and we're very proud of that. So we found that PUP graduates are definitely one of our successes, one of the reasons why we are what we are today. So yeah, I guess we're all good. Thank you, Mesmi, and of course thank you PUP for having us today.
Okay, maraming salamat, Ma'am Kat, and maraming salamat, Miss May. Miss Mabel will get in touch sa inyo po for the Balik Sintang Paaralan. So, for our next speaker, without any further ado, guys, our next speaker or our next industry partner who will be with us today is a leading global BPO or business process outsourcing provider of fintech and payment industry. They are governed by Payreto principles of 80/20 rule. They have 5 white level services comprises of banking as service, payment as service, financials as service, and onboarding as service, and support as service. So they operate on a financial hubs in Sofia, Cologne, and Manila with business development center in Berlin, Munich, and London. So let's welcome the Vice President
All right. Actually, he
Yes.
wanted me
Yeah,
to take over for a quick
yes.
moment to introduce everybody in the team. Hi, I'm Glenn, and with me is everybody from the Payreto. Not really everybody, but we stand here as the whole company. So it's me. I'm the Learning and Development Specialist, and with me is our Vice President, Miko Ilagan, together with our support admin, JR Arayata. And today we are going to talk about something that we find is important for future professionals such as you guys. We're going to talk about building the future for Filipino financial services professionals. Miko, take it away. But before that, guys, can we have a quick tada reaction from everybody? It's the celebration emoji that you see from the reactions down there. So we would love to see that. Thank you, everybody.
There you go. Thanks, Glenn, for the introduction. All right, we're really excited for everyone and thank you for having us. So, our topic for today, building the future for Filipino financial services professional. So, let's start. I feel that everybody's really excited. In the interest of time, let me go ahead and introduce myself further. So, yes, my name is Mika Ilagan, and with me is Glenn Tansuan and JR Arayata. Glenn here is our learning and development professionals, and he is our specialist on that area. So if you get hired, he'll be the guy training you for the things that you have to learn from the company. He'll be the first person who will greet you on your first day. And JR here is is from our talent acquisition team and employee onboarding. So if someone has to process your application, JR is your guy. That's why I invited them over for you to know already who are the people you will be working with. So let's start. The main objective of this topic is that at the end of this presentation, you, as part of the Filipino financial services professionals, will understand the current shift in the banking, BPO, and accounting industry, and we'll know how Payreto could help you build your future with the current happenings that is present in our world right now. So with that, for us to reach those, we'll describe first the current situation, of course, in the banking, BPO, and accounting industry, identify which industries are currently succeeding and failing, introduce our company, of course, define the path that we can offer for the future Filipino financial services professionals, and enumerate steps how you can be part of Payreto. So, let's start. What's happening in the world today? I mean, everybody knows when COVID happened, everything shifted. A lot of things has changed. That's why we have the new normal, right? So with this, new business models for new global landscape is now available. We tried to adapt with what we call new normal. In these times, there are different ways that businesses are handling their business to make sure that they would succeed. Because the world is rapidly changing. Everything is getting automated. Hashtag shift happens. So before there are a lot of things that they can do manually. Now we've transitioned and we're really exploring on the automation part, especially majority of us are working from home. I mean, this is technology. This is something that is automated already. The proof that we're here in this webinar, right? Shift really happened. So in the industry that we are with right now, everything in the industry shifted. We now have e-wallets, m-wallets. Press one if you have Gcash, right? Who doesn't have Gcash? Who doesn't do online shopping? We have e-commerce and mobile commerce. Shopee Boodle days. Who's guilty of those moments? The 2 2 3 3 4 4 5 5 until 12 12. We're waiting for those. So e-commerce and m-commerce has been evident, and definitely business process automation. So, with that in mind, let's try to understand what happened in the banking, BPO, and accounting industry as we shift. So, let's start with the banking and finance sector. It's changing continuously, and this is how. So, we now have online banking. It replaced the traditional face-to-face branch banking. All the banks that I know has their online version. You can pay your bills there. You can transfer money to any bank that you have. You can even transfer and manage your fund from one account to another. You know, cash becomes less relevant because you have cards with you. Using your cards, using your e-wallets, crypto payments, even a point wherein I was able to buy a lot of things using gems from Leica, right? So there are many ways on how we are paying, not the traditional cash payments. Consequently, less ATMs are required. We don't normally have to withdraw money unless we need the actual cash for that transaction. But most of the time, even when I go down, I try to buy something, I could pay via GCash. There's a bazaar in our condo right now, and I will just pay my food with GCash and all. You know, modern online authentication tools rather, to validate the typical OTP that you will be waiting to really secure your account. There are also many lending businesses that became automated. The system um, would have artificial intelligence to assess if someone submitted a legitimate requirement. And soon, remittance payments and more of these are transforming in an automated setup. So that's for the banking and finance sector. In the BPO world, automation extends to all areas of life. That's what we know, right? Not only in the BPO, anywhere, things are really starting to become automated. And with automation being available, skills shortage drives automation, meaning to say we do not need manual work anymore for some of the tasks because there's already a system who could do it quicker, a platform who could make these things easier. So every year rather, the BPO sector is processing applications. Now we have an automated way to do that. We have applicant tracking systems, a lot of systems that companies are using to automate these things and provide us and make the task easier for us. Now, what are the challenges that this is bringing to us, especially from our end? We are a fintech BPO, so it is really important as well in our perspective. There is now a need to acquire subject matter expertise in dealing with automated systems. We have to learn how to use the system because that would make the task easier. And on areas that it's not automated yet, we should also have subject matter experts to fill in those parts that is not yet automated. There's also a need for agility. People has to be adaptive. You know, the reservation of being traditional is no longer welcome. You have to be open with these changes. You have to be able to ride with us on this automation. And to answer these challenges, BPO sectors are doing this. We provide training. You know, I invited Glenn, so Glenn will equip and help you be ready in handling these automated systems, not only from us, but also from the clients. Operate these automation technologies and deliver them with higher value, the right usage of them. It's also important that we obtain subject matter expertise in various areas to be competent and to be ready to face the world and be globally competent in this specific area. Deliver technology enabled services for your clients to fill the gap on those areas that doesn't have automation and show excellent technology capabilities. So these are the answers to those problems that we've mentioned earlier. Now, this is just a little representation that what's current. The current trend report for 2022 for customer support. Majority of the agents are using more than 5 tools. Imagine 5 tools simultaneously that you're using for your clients internally and all. Should be able to do that. And that's 56% already of the teams. 17% are even using 10 tools at the same time. You know, in my setup, I'm using 2 monitors because there are so many tools that I have to use. So that requires certain level of capability to handle these. Now let me shift to accounting. With accounting, there's artificial intelligence and robotics in certain areas, reducing operating costs. Some of the standard things they're starting to use AI for it. Cloud computing now allows accountant to perform accounting tasks in any location. We have e-businesses that's allowing the accounting firms to coordinate activities from internal management and with the clients that they have. Blockchain is now enabling smart contracts, protecting and transferring ownership and assets. And also with the advances in accounting technology, accountants and clients alike are able to access real-time data remotely. So the manual work of accountants in the past, it's really shifting to a certain level of automation. There are many systems, cloud-based systems that current accountants are learning and are using. So we have to be able to do the same thing because that is where we're heading. We're shifting to that direction. Now, in areas that we cannot automate, the answer for that is KPO or knowledge process outsourcing. This is also one aspect that Payreto is being an expert with, a solution to the problems that everything gets automated. What will happen to me? There are many opportunities with the KPO sector. First is the analytics. This is one thing that you cannot always automate. Marketing research, there's still that requires certain level of cognitive knowledge and capability, and the system is not yet equipped to do such. Fraud analysis and equity research. There's also digital solutions wherein we have web design, web development, and digital marketing. In the area where Payreto is, we are under the financial, banking, insurance, investment research, modern payment services, the e-commerce, mobile commerce, and state-of-the-art onboarding due diligence services. That is where we are at right now, and that is where we are building our subject matter expertise. And of course, professional consultancy on those areas that the system cannot really automate. It's hard to program these things because that requires a certain level of thinking. You need to know the topic and could adjust on what the question is in that moment for you to give an answer, which is something that not all AI things could really automate. Now let's identify who's winning and losing currently. In the Philippines, changes happens. Either you win or you lose. So what makes a winner or a loser? So winners are defined to be subject matter experts with deep understanding and ownership of topics paired with leadership. So that requires strong communication, analytical skills, agility, and being able to absorb new knowledge because everything is really changing now. And those who would normally lose are professionals who develop rigid and procedure only knowledge in the workplace environment that requires routine dominated tasks. So those who are winning are those who are open to get out of the box, learn new things, and handle the changes that's going on. Those who are reserved and traditional and doesn't want to adapt to the innovation of the world, they're technically losing in this current situation. So BPO is the leading industry in Metro Manila right now, based on our research. And secondary to that, we have the retail and e-commerce. It's a big boom when pandemic happened. E-commerce really boomed its business, banking and finance, and real estate. So for the BPO, the automation that I discussed earlier, also with retail and e-commerce and banking and finance, in real estate, they're actually having multiple verticals. They're trying to automate the manual processes that they used to have to adapt to the changes. And the industries that I'm showing right now, they suffered because of pandemic, which is tourism and transportation, because some of the things in their end cannot be automated like what we're doing right now. They require face-to-face and actual interaction for their business to really continue. I mean, tourism is the last option to be open whenever we have to consider what goes open during a certain level in the lockdown. And also, of course, transportation. So far, that's what's happening to the world. I hope that I did not go too fast, but I'm also checking my time. I hope I'm making sense with the things that I'm sharing right now. Is everybody still okay? Hello? Can I get a yes on the chat box if you're good? All right, sorry. I'm checking other windows because the chat is in a different window. Perfect. Thank you for answering my question. Now let's move forward as I introduce who Payreto is. as soon as I found my cursor there. So Payreto, one of the winning companies. We'd like to brag that we're winning in this situation. So who is Payreto? Payreto is a modern BPO, and we provide turnkey solutions to financial service industry. Turnkey meaning we customize, not the typical answers to their questions. We understand their needs. These clients from the payment space, fintech companies, if they raise concerns, we customize our product to address their needs. So we do more than just save cost. We would like to enable growth. We even help our clients grow from their end. Now, how are we different? We are a supplier of turnkey solutions. As I've mentioned earlier, one product is not always the same. It may be labeled the same, but what we do on, let's say, for a technical support account, it's not the same type of setup. It's always customized to what the needs of the clients are. Now, what will you get if you become part of Payreto? Let me start with interns. So press hashtag intern in the chat box if you are an incoming intern or you would like to apply as an intern, so that JR could have a feel how many of you guys would be applying eventually. What will you get? Significant opportunity to contribute to the team. Our interns are really working similarly to what employees are doing. The difference, they are mentored and guided. Allowances, we make sure that you would get compensated for the efforts that you're giving. As figures, allowance may go starting from 250 pesos a day up to 750 pesos a day. So yeah, depending on the performance during the interview, the output, it may increase. You may start with 250. Some of my interns at our 500, 600 allowance per day, and they have flexible working schedule. They work whenever they're available. We will not oblige them to follow a certain schedule. We negotiate that part. Equipment is provided. One to monitors, a laptop or a desktop will be provided to you, and we would definitely challenge you to get out of your comfort zone. No, for our future employees, if ever you know certain alumni and you guys, once you graduate and you want to be part of Payreto, a lot of company perks and incentives. There are so many activities wherein everything that you do, every good thing is rewarded. We have quarterly, monthly initiatives, the year-end party and such. So many things that you can get for the performance that you give to us. Work-life balance is also important for us. We encourage people to balance it out. Pays and allowances, of course, we're trying to be competitive with the pay that we're giving to the employees. Benefits, we're always researching what others are doing. We want to give them. We want to give all the benefits that you can get from the healthcare benefit, retirement benefit, all of these things. Experience to work collaboratively, and a ladder. I missed explaining further my journey with Payreto. Just imagine this. This is not really to brag, but to let you know how opportunity is. I started as a specialist for training in 2019. In 2 years' time, I became a vice president. So imagine that. That's the opportunity in store for you in Payreto. We have a very diverse community. We're really open to suggestions. We encourage interns to contribute to the brainstorming because we know that you have something to offer for us. Professional growth and economic growth, the personal economic growth, your financials, and definitely learn from the best people. We have a lot of subject matter experts dealing with many Western clients. So those are the things that future employees may enjoy being part of Payreto. Now, when you join Payreto, what will you be? So in Payreto, you will be a global financial service professional with a deep subject matter expertise. We would like to equip you with knowledge. That is where we believe you would excel more. We would try to assist you as much as we can so that you will become a subject matter expert to the certain field that you're working with. And eventually, you may transform to become a leader sooner or later. So that is a path that you can have with Payreto. Now we have here what we call the growth model. So with the growth model, the blue arrow there is the typical path that anyone would take. We're bragging that we have a growth wave because despite the pandemic, this is actually the time that we grew massively. over and over, we're generating revenue more than the usual years that we had. And over, we are multiplying our headcount times three to where we started with just 40 when I joined. We're now 130 right now in just 2 years' time. So let me just explain what the model is. Now, there's a need for you to ride the Pareto growth wave because it promises professional growth and personal economic growth. So how do you ride that? So it's a different path. It's not the usual path, as you can see. It has a different direction. But you have to be on a certain level first in order for you to ride that. What do you need? You need a growth and learning mindset. You have to be willing to learn because we will provide you resources. We will give you coaching. But the intention to really learn should really come from someone. I mean, we cannot program you. You're not robots that we can just save knowledge in you. You have to have the interest to learn. And if you have that mindset, we can help you ride the wave and reach that. Because if you can see, Payreto is already heading towards the goal. We're seeing that we're really succeeding in what we're doing. Now, our current employees, we're challenging them to be on the same level where Pareto is heading right now. And we're trying to bridge that Pareto growth rate gap. So you'll start on that point, and sooner or later, with the coaching and resources and your intention to learn, you'll be able to be on the level where the company is right now. So that's our growth model. Now, what should you have if you want to be part of Pareto? Remember this, you should have what it takes. So take note of it takes so that you know it would always resonate in your mind. What should I have? I should have what it takes. It takes stands for you have to be innovative and creative. You have to have an innovative and creative mindset to think, to conceptualize, to be open with solutions, and that is paired up with you thinking critically and analytically with the situation. Of course, you have to be a team player. We really promote collaboration in the company. Our team works with other teams. We collaborate so much with many different departments and working units in the company. There's also a requirement for you to be attentive to details. I mean, in this course, in this discipline, why we want accounting professionals and financial professionals, they have the discipline that we need for us to be successful. That level of attention to details is really, really important with KPO. Um, of course, knowledge retention and recall, the way that you comprehend, the way that you understand the knowledge we'll be sharing to you, effective communication skills so that you can express yourself verbally and in writing, and strong interest in digging deeper. Do not be satisfied with what's given to you. We're saying, even our CEO is saying, I'm not always right. I would love to hear your perspective because we have to all agree what is right for us. And we're doing that even with the interns. We involve interns to to have that say, to think with us, to contribute. And those are the things that you should have for you to be part of Payreto. Now, just to share a little success stories, I hope I still have time, even though it's already 3:51. Please, a few more slides. Thank you. Payreto intern success stories. Let's start with someone from PUP. So, Erica Joy Torres. Erica is my intern. She started as an HR intern last year, and we were able to observe her as our HR associate under my department. So, she's still studying, but she's already a part-time student to us. We also have here Alu, as we call her, from Mapua. She took up general management, used to be my intern with learning and development. Now she just got promoted as a senior account associate for our bespoke processes. A financial management student here, Joshua Tabo from FEU, also my intern. Even though the course is FinMan, he took the learning and development internship because the topics that we discuss in training are all fintech related, and he wanted to learn that. That's why instead of going to operations, he went to us. Because anywhere in Pareto, whatever department you land on, it's gonna correlate to accounting discipline, accounting principles, and financially related topics. And now, with his knowledge, when he learned these things, he was absorbed to become an employee of our operations team, and now he just got promoted as a senior account associate. We also have here Brandon Bonifacio, a computer science student from Mapua, now one of our account associate on a technical team. Jay Vincent Melgar is an accounting student. Actually, Jay just tried and risked being part of a non-accounting team during his internship. We're lucky enough that the professor understood because the task is quite relative to their course. So he went there, performed really well. Operations asked him to be absorbed as an employee, and now he is our new account associate this year. We have Ann Prostado, Jonathan Hosso, similar path, Bernie Baguio, and Alexander Banaag. Actually, for Alexander Banaag, a Finman student, he is still finishing his internship hours, but they really want him to become an employee. We just have to finish that, and then he became an employee right away. And currently, still an employee for us. Recently, we have Gabriel Magan. So Gab is applying as an intern. We have interns, voluntary interns not related to curriculum, and those who are completing requirements for the curriculum. And Gab is one of our guy who he was applying as an intern but was hired as an employee because we saw the potential in him and they felt he's ready to become an employee. So that's even possible with Payreto. And lastly, we have Jo Marie here, another intern from the Bespoke department who became an account associate. So here are current amazing interns. Join us. You've heard the stories of those who were before them, and now we're expecting them to become future employees of our organization. The majority of these folks are from PUP. That's why we're really excited to be part of this webinar. And how can you be part of the winning team? First, create an impressive CV. I'm telling you guys, it would say a lot. You know, the way that you send CV. And I'd like to commend PUP because of equipping your students with the template and with the knowledge how to write an email for application. That's really, really good because some of the schools were submitting, there's no context and all, but with PUP, we've noticed that there is a structure. So we really thank you for that. Great development of our future professionals. So yeah, keep your CV with a strong start about you. Make it brief, structure it with sections so that it's easy to be read. Emphasize results rather than responsibilities because we're looking for what you can do. Be consistent and make it your own. And lastly, these are the steps that you have to take. It's quite long, but definitely we will be with you throughout the journey. So those interested in submitting their internship with us, kindly send your CV to internship@payreto.com. Now, if you're looking for an employment, I forgot to put it here, but that's going to be recruitment@payreto.com. So full-time employment, recruitment@payreto.com, internship@payreto.com. So send over your CV because those who will apply for internship and you pass the preliminary steps, you will be eligible to a 200 peso Food Panda voucher. If you are part of this webinar, so screenshot my face right now that you will submit once you apply to us. So if you pass the virtual lobby, as what we call it, you will be entitled for a 200 peso Food Panda voucher. So I'm looking forward for those applications coming in. JR will be more than happy to assist you. And with that, whew, whew, Glenn, Jay, how are you? And guys, how are you guys? Do you have questions? That concludes my presentation.
Maraming salamat, Sir Miko. So, sir, paano naman daw yung nasa stream natin? Meron din po kasi tayong mga followers at the same time nanonood sa ating PUP Career Center Facebook page. So, paano daw sila, sir, mag-a-apply?
Yes, they can send if they're looking for a full-time employment, recruitment@payreto.com. If internship@payreto.com. Even if you are through the Facebook stream, screenshot my face so that you'll be eligible for the Food Panda voucher if you pass the initial assessment.
Okay, sir. Maraming salamat po. So, in behalf of the Alumni Relation and Career Development Office, I would like to thank you in being a part of this career development webinar, sharing your expertise and in your field of specialization. So marami po tayong ngayong attendees galing from the College of Accountancy and Finance, Bachelor in Accountancy, financial management, banking and finance. We also do have from the arts and letters,
Nice.
College of Business, and we also do have from branches and campuses all over Luzon. So sir, pwede rin daw po ba yung ating mga estudyante mag-apply sa inyo as interns kahit nagaling sila sa sabihin na natin PUP Lopez. Malayo po yun sir ha, Lopez Quezon.
So we have an intern from the northest of Pangasinan to the southest of Batangas. We're open, depending on the department. There are departments who's allowing interns on a remote setup to use their own equipment if we cannot send one, or we'll try our best to send an equipment on those locations. But yes, we're accepting far locations. Cebu, we had an intern from Cebu. So yeah.
Wow, that's great. So, sir, open daw po ba kayo sa marketing management?
Yes,
Sir, from General Luna siya, ha?
Sure. We need those talents. I mean, what we're after is your potential and what you can contribute. Location is just a minor issue. We would like to emphasize that. That's why we transitioned to a remote setup. We're capable in having people not only in the Philippines, globally. We will do that in the middle of the year, having employees and interns around the world. I just interviewed an intern the other week who came from France. So yes, we can make it happen.
Maraming salamat, sir. So, meron din po tayo kasi mga estudyante na galing from arts and letter. Most of them are majoring in English. Meron din naman po dito, alam ko, ang specialization nila is foreign languages as German,
Perfect.
ano pa ba, French. Meron po sila, alam ko meron sila sa minor nila.
Nice.
Okay, so sir, from Human Resource Management, allowed din daw po ba sila?
Yes, we need those. We're open actually to any course. Any course that you have, you can apply to us. We will look for a fit for you. That's what's different with Payreto. Say you applied for a marketing, you are a marketing student, you're open for and you're capable in designing materials for marketing. You can be part of learning development team. That's also possible.
Okay. So, guys, alam niyo na ha, alam niyo na raw kung saan mag-a-apply. And at the same time, may tanong pa po ba tayo kay Sir Miko? Okay, can you give a heart reaction to Sir Miko?
And Glenn and JR.
And Glenn and JR daw. Heart reaction, guys.
Pakimine na po si JR.
Dumadami na siya, sir, ha?
Pakimine si JR. Press 1 sa magmamay kay JR. Single.
Pakimine na daw si Sir JR. Okay. So, sir, may nagmamay na siya.
May nagmamay na, JR.
Okay. So, again, sir, maraming salamat in behalf of the Alumni Relation and Career Development Office.
It's an honor.
So, let me invite you again sa ating susunod pang webinar. Hindi lang po ito yung una. So, alam ko may mga susunod pa tayong activity together with our PUPNs.
And I hope they learn from the topic. No, we want everyone to be equipped and prepared.
Yeah, yes, sir. Mukhang hindi lang sila natuto kung hindi gising na gising pa. Ang daming nagre-react. So, maraming salamat po, and again, thank you and arigato gozaimasu.
Thank you. Bye, folks.
Thank you, Sir Ben. Thank you.
Follow me on Kumu. Sorry.
Okay, sir. Thank you, Sir JR, Sir Glenn, Sir Miko. Okay, so our next speaker is one of our industry partners po ulit. Let me share my screen for our industry partners. Saglit, ha? Okay. Ayaw niya magpakita. Ayaw magpakita ng ating slide. So, our industry partners who will be with us are sharing their expertise on personal goal setting is a flexible open data software solution for financial industry, bringing forth the front and middle back office together. So let's welcome Factset. Sandali lang po ha. Let me share my screen for Factset. Okay. So, yan. Okay na.
With each second that passes, data becomes bigger and the world around it becomes more complex. You've blinked and peak oil ends. Governments change. Homes become hotels. Giants merge. Different sources, different structures, and different data types have made it harder to find what you're looking for. Harder to make connections and gain the insight that separates you from others. Because big data doesn't always give you the big picture. Factset does. So, when the global news cycle becomes inaudible, Factset lets you distill it down to the crucial intelligence and go from insight to profit faster. When global markets look impenetrable, Factset helps you spark new ideas and trace them through supply chains, political dependencies, and emerging trends to find the most promising investments. When your organization is generating ideas faster than you can interpret them, Factset makes it easy to pull viewpoints together faster, to share, combine, and act. When your investments are spread across asset classes and geographies, Factset creates a window to find opportunity, measure performance, and predict where to go next. You need to find answers across your organization all at the same time. Factset collaborates with the world's investment professionals to do just that. We believe integrity is the foundation of trust, and that collectively we can solve our greatest challenges. We search where others do not. We embrace new ideas. We search the world for possibilities. Factset. See the advantage.
Okay, to discuss about personal goal setting, let's welcome Mr. George Marcan. So guys, can you give a virtual clap to Sir George?
Yes, hello, 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 hello. Good afternoon, everyone. How are you? Give me a thumbs up if you are there. Gising na gising pa ba kayo? Yon, thank you so much. Ivan, thank you Sophia, thank you Ian. Grabe, no? Kumakanta ko kanina, biglang minute ako ni Miss Ano. Kinakanta ko pa naman yung himno ng PUP kanina, kaya lang sabi kasi, sir, nasa ano tayo, Facebook Live, ano? Baka hindi na sila mag-attend. Okay, sige. But in any case, no? Good afternoon, everyone. And welcome! Welcome! Let's get ready to rumble! Okay, so right now, we're here to talk about practical goal setting. Okay, so good afternoon, everyone. I also studied in PUP. Taga-Hasmin po ako. But hindi ko natapos yung aking college degree sa PUP. Yan. Dahil po sa financial challenges, no? Kahirapan po yung naging challenge natin. Okay. And yes, hello, Saila. Ba't napa-OMG ka naman, Hasmin? Napa-OMG ka. Is my sound okay? Can you hear me clearly? Okay naman. Yes! Okay, great. O yan, no? And I'm George. I'm a manager at Factset. I'm also a public speaker and a member of Toastmasters International. I'm a registered financial planner. I am a writer for the Manila Times. And currently, I am taking my PhD at DLSU. Ayan. So I've come a long way. Later on, we can know more about my story. But today, this is all about you. Ayan, this is all about you. Yan ang focus natin today. And my mission in life is to help people, help individuals like you, develop themselves and the people around them. It's a joy. I'm very grateful for PUP, and Factset for giving me this opportunity to speak in front of you. Now, ang isang focus lang natin is actually goal setting, because goal setting can make you healthier, happier. It can help you achieve more. It can provide direction in your life. It can help you focus, and it can give you control of your future. I remember when I was in PUP, I have 3 goals. No? Sabi ko, gusto ko maging Dean's Lister, and then maging president ng aming department, and at the same time earn 300,000 pesos, no? Yung time na yon, mga more than 1 decade ago, okay? Yung 300,000 pesos for a fresh graduate, malaki yon. Okay, malaki yon. Kasi ang minimum nun magkano lang, no? Sobrang baba ng minimum at that point. So, unfortunately, I failed on those 2 goals, yung Dean's Lister at saka yung maging presidente ng department, because of the fact that I need to stop schooling. But it never stopped me from honing my goal-setting skills. Now, I'd like to hear from you. O kaya kahit i-type ninyo kung nahihiya kayo, di ba? How do you define success? Ano yung success sa inyo? Okay? I'd love to see or even hear some of you kung okay lang sa inyo. And if you can share your video as well, I would love to see you. Ayan. Kung pwede lang naman. Kung hindi, okay lang din. Okay? How do you define success? Can you let me know through chat? I'd love to hear your thoughts with regards to success. Success is attaining contentment. Okay, good. What else? How about the others? Yan, sabi ni Janea. Hi, Janea. Okay. Saang PUP ka? Okay, sige, hintayin natin yung iba, no? Hintayin natin ano yung definition ng iba dun sa success, okay? I'd like to hear from, to see, no? Siguro si John Henry Supang, Marjorie Turt, ayan, okay, PUP Santa Mesa po, yes! Okay, good job. Sabi ni Nicole, nag-image ba to? Ano yan? House, yan, having a house, siguro yun ang gusto mong mangyari, no? And how about the others kaya, no? How do you define success? Okay, so by the way, I forgot to say, I'm also a certified life coach. Ayan, certified life coach. Kasi talagang pinukpok ko talaga yung sarili ko to focus on the things that I want, which is to help people develop themselves. Okay, and in terms of definition of success, success is achieving results that are meaningful to you and contributing to others. It is accomplishing your career goals and enjoying a happy, healthy life with time and energy to spend with the people and communities that are important to you. Okay? Success is bringing the best in every situation of life. Sabi ni Kimberly, palakpakan naman natin. Okay? That's a very good perspective of success. Okay? And there's so many definitions of success actually. But I like this definition better because it encompasses a lot of things. Because goal setting should be holistic in nature. Okay? So sabi ni tingnan natin. Tingnan natin yung definition. Success po yung naalala mo yung pinagdaanan mo and thankful ka na lang dahil nagawa mo yon. Yes, tama, Aaron. Later on, pag-usapan natin yan. Good. That's a very good input. Sabi ni Saila, success is achieving my goal. Okay, success starts and depends on you. Okay, sige. Let's continue. Okay, so I like this definition because of the fact that first, meaningful to you, it's personal. That's one. The second is contributing to others. It involves other people. Okay? In my experience and scientifically speaking, no, the higher your goals are, the more people we need to involve. Okay? And then, when you are also helping other people, that makes you happy. That makes you happy. No? You become more fulfilled. And the other thing is, career goals. Okay? Pag sinabi natin career goals, that can be work, business, o kaya calling ninyo. Right? And then, na-achieve mo yung career goals mo, but at the same time, you are enjoying your life. Kasi po, marami pong milyonaryo na hindi po masaya, na hindi po malungkot. Last 2020, I'm doing some review, no, with some of my friends and some of the clients, and not a lot of them, no, are happy kasi hindi sila nagsiset ng goals. And of course, enjoying a happy, And healthy life, healthy. O sabihin natin, may pera nga kayo, pero marami naman kayong sakit. Hindi nyo ma-enjoy yung inyong pera. And at the same time, wala rin kayong time and energy. Kasi nanghihina kayo, palagi kayong pagod. Palagi tayong OT. And then, it's about spending it with people and communities that are important to you. Okay? That is how you live a successful and fulfilling life. Okay? So, when we are setting goals, I highly recommend that we utilize the life wheel. Okay? So, we set goal on the personal, health, career, love, family and friends, and financial. Diba? For example, financial, siyempre, money-related yan. Diba? Money-related ang ating goals. No? Many of our problems actually stems from money. Right? Marami tayong problema dahil sa pera. So, we need to set goals related to that. So, for example, you may want to have your own house, your own car, ayan, stable work, which is going to go to career later on. Pero personal development naman sa personal, okay? So, financial yung kanina sinasabi ko. Personal, okay? Personal development and spirituality, no? How you grow yourself, no? A lot of people, pag medyo may edad na, bumabagal na mag-isip because they stop growing. Neuroscience has told us na tumigas na kasi yung kanilang wiring sa brain. That's why you need to continuously improve yourself. And then, of course, spirituality. Depending on your religion, on how you view spirituality, you may want to set a goal for that. And then, of course, health. When we talk about health, physical, mental, and emotional health. Oh, anong gusto nyong iset na goal dyan? And then again, I said earlier, career, work, business, or calling yan. And then love, syempre, yung partner and relationships natin. Okay? Love. Oh. Okay? Kakatapos lang ng February 14. Okay? So, hashtag May Forever dun sa mga nag-date ng February 14. Okay? And then, of course, family and friends. Diba? What are your goals in terms of your family and your friends? And then, pwede nyo itong i-expand. Okay, pwede nyo i-expand. Pwede kayo mag-add for community or ihiwalay nyo spirituality. Pwede rin. But as a start, the life wheel can be a good goal-setting tool. Okay? And then, of course, when we are setting goals, napaka-classic nito. Malamang nakuha nyo rito sa inyong management classes. It needs to be smarter, okay? I think ang tinuturo sa school is smart, no? Pero smarter, no? In life coaching, it's smarter. Ano is smarter? So let's say, for example, sabi ni Beatrice, "Oy, George, gusto kong yumaman." O yan ang goal niya. Gusto kong yumaman. Sino gustong yumaman dito? Can you give me a thumbs up sign? Sinong gustong yumaman dito? Okay, kapag hindi kayo nag-thumbs up sign, hindi niyo gustong yumaman. Thank you, Jolina, Bielin, Andrea. Okay, there's a lot of people right now. Okay, hindi ko kayo ma-view lahat, but thank you so much for your thumbs up sign. Jolina, Meb, yun, di ba? Gusto ko yumaman. Woo! Yan ang pangarap ko, George. Okay, so, sabi ni Bielin, okay, ako po, specific. Okay lang, kapag sinabi mong yumaman, kailangan natin maging specific. Anong ibig mo sabihin sa mayaman? Diba? Sir, gusto ko maging milyonaryo. Ayan. Okay, so medyo specific na, no? Maging milyonaryo. Ayan. Okay, so, specific. Medyo pasado na yon. Okay? Now, ang next is kailangan measurable siya. So, pag sinabi nating milyonaryo, ilang milyon ang pinag-uusapan natin? Okay? Ilang milyon ang pinag-uusapan natin dito? Okay, ilang milyon gusto nyo? Okay, ilang milyon ang gusto nyo? Sige, pakitype nyo sa chat, okay? And let me know. Ayan. 8 million, haha. Kaya yun. Kaya yun. Bilin, how do I pronounce your name? Bilin? Let me know. Okay, so measurable. And then, of course, ambitious siya. Okay? So, measurable siya, pero at the same time, may stretch kayo. Okay? Nacha-challenge kayo. Okay? But it also needs to be somehow realistic. It needs to be ambitious pero realistic. So medyo balance. Kailangan ma-stretch kayo pero realistic at the same time because of the science of what we call self-efficacy. Kasi kapag naniniwala tayo na kaya nating ma-achieve yung isang goal, na motivate tayo to pursue it. Okay? Kaya kailangan realistic din siya. So let's say for example ganito. Sabi mo, "Oy, gusto ko 8 million." 'Di ba? 8 million. Is that realistic or not? It depends, no? So kung let's say for example, sinabi mo na, "Sir, sabi ni Bilin, gusto ko maging maging milyonaryo ako. Next month, 8 million. Gusto ko 8 million." That may not be realistic. Pero kung let's say for example, you give yourself enough time, kayang-kaya mo yung 8 million na yan, Bilin. Maniwala ka, kayang-kaya mo yan. 8 million na yan. Okay? So, realistic, no? And then, time-bound. Di ba? Yun yung pinag-usapan natin kanina. Kailan nyo gustong ma-achieve yung target na to? And then, exciting. Dapat, na-excite tayo. Na-excite tayo when we are thinking or once we achieve that goal. Kailangan kasama yung heart natin. Hindi pa pwede na, di ba, matamlay tayo. Okay? Kasi baka mamaya, hindi siya rewarding for you. Meaning to say, exciting siya kasi ibang tao yung nag-set ng goal pero hindi siya rewarding for you. You won't feel rewarded because pangarap yun ng magulang mo, pangarap yun ng kaibigan mo, o kaya pangarap yun ng sinabi ng society. Kasi graduate ka ng ganito, dapat ganito yung focus mo. Di ba? Kita niyo yung sabi ng ating speaker kanina sa Payreto, di ba? Sabi niya, we are accepting from any colleges. Tapos mayroon nag-shift, no? ng kanyang college degree from a different role, 'di ba? So possible 'yun, maraming ganun nangyayari sa totoong buhay, ganun 'yung nangyayari. Okay, ganun 'yung nangyayari sa totoong buhay. Pero at the same time, that's why it's highly important that we set goals smarter. Ayan. So, Bialin, yung 8 million mo, kailan mo balak na ma-achieve yan? Kasi, ma-achieve mo yan. It's not a matter of if, but just a matter of when. If you're really serious into getting that. Whatever your life circumstance is, you will achieve that. Okay? Kung ano man ang sitwasyon mo sa buhay right now, trust me, no? When I was studying in PUP, nakatira po ako sa apartment, no? Puro ipis at daga. Yung katabi kong matulog. Hindi siya obvious right now, but yeah. Okay, dyan sa PUP, di ba? Tapos pag may ROTC kami nung paglinggo, yung lugawan na tigli 5 piso. Hindi ko alam kung naabutan nyo yun, no? Pero hindi ko alam kung magkano na ngayon, no? Pero nung time ko, 5 piso lang yung lugaw. Tarang tubig lang talaga, tapos meron 3 butil ng bigas, no? Yun yung lugaw nung panahon namin. Okay? So now, I highly recommend, no, that you set your goals using the life wheels. Now, when you are trying to set goals, meron pwedeng bigyan ko kayo ng mga prompt questions. Ayan, no? So for example, sa financial, how much money do you want to have by the end of this year? Pwedeng this year, in 5 years from now. Kasi pwedeng short term or long term yung goal na isa-set ninyo. And then, what things involving money do you want to have? Yan, sa financial. Okay, personal. What things do you want to learn? What places do you want to be in? Di ba? How is your relationship with God at that point? Okay, if you are leaning on the religious side. And then health. What do you want your body to look like? Sir George! Gusto ko, 5 years from now, mayroon akong 6 packs. Okay, marami akong pandesal. Okay, yung iba, Sir George, gusto ko yung fat percentage ko, medyo tama lang, no? Para healthy ako. Ayan. And then, career, no? Where do you want to be in your career? Sir, 5 years from now, gusto ko mga team leader ako o kaya manager. Ayan. Okay? Now, kung let's say, for example, gusto nyo mag-set ng goals by the end of 2 years from now or this year, then potentially, you may also want to set the goal na, sir, I want to graduate, no? And I really would want to learn with the remaining days that I have here in PUP. Pwede yun. Okay? And then love, no? Love life. What is your ideal relationship? Okay, hindi porket may karelasyon kayo, that is your ideal relationship. Sir, gusto ko yung yung malambing, yung pag-umaga, kinukumusta ko, good morning, ganyan. Di ba? Okay, kahit na magkalayo kami, parang ramdam ko nandyan siya. Yan, okay. And then, so what kind of interactions you have with your loved one? Di ba? So, family and friends, no? Anong goal nyo para sa pamilya ninyo? Sir George, gusto ko makagraduate yung mga kapatid ko. Sir George, gusto ko silang dalhin, no? Ipasyal. sa Boracay. Ayan. Sir George, gusto ko silang dalhin sa Europe. Okay. That will require a more long-term goal. Pero, no, libreng mangarap. Basta, you follow the smarter formula. And then, we have action planning. And then, of course, financial. Ayan, na-mention na natin kanina yan. Okay. Sige, kita nyo, 4:23 na, 7 minutes na lang. I'm not sure if I can go OT ng konti, but let's try to focus on the time and finish this on time. Okay, so short-term goals, kunwari, complete my thesis by 2022. No? Specific siya, measurable siya, okay, ambitious, first time mo gumawa ng thesis or second time, realistic, time bound, exciting. Okay, so sample lang yan, no, ng short-term goals. Pero itong nakalagay dito, go to the beach with my family before end of 2024, medyo kulang siya. Kasi anong beach ang pinag-uusapan natin, tsaka magkano. Okay? Kasi pag tayo magbabiyahe, magbabakasyon, kailangan ng pera. Okay? So actually, ang goal mo dyan dapat yung pera. Okay? Short-term goal. Medium, sir, gusto ko mag-invest in the stock market. Long-term, probably, have my own house, Sir George. Go abroad with my family for a vacation before end of 2040. Okay? Now, Sir George, ang dami ko naisip na goal kasi. Okay. So for example, yung long-term goal nyo, walang kaso kung marami kayong gustong goal na iset. But, for this year, focus on your top 3. Ayan. So meron kayong malaking goal. For example, sinabi natin kanina, sir, invest in the stock market by end of 2027. Before ka mapunta sa investment ng stock market, kailangan mo ng emergency fund. So mag-iisip ka muna, sir, mag-iipon muna ako ng emergency fund. Target ko yan by 2023, 2024. Pwede, di ba? So, iset niyo yung goal na yun kung graduate na kayo at that point, no? So, you focus on that first, no? Maglagay kayo ng sub-goals. And then, top 3. Yan. Focus muna tayo sa top 3. Okay? So, 4:25, I have 5 minutes. Typically, I teach this, no? Marami akong content, 1.5 hours. But I need to squeeze as much as I can and do it seminar style. Yeah, kasi typically workshop. Okay, sige, action planning tayo. I'll cut down some of the materials, no? So first, okay, action planning. Siyempre, gawa tayo action plan. Di ba pwede mangangarap lang tayo tapos hindi tayo kikilos, okay? Kasi, di ba, 80% of success is showing up. Nandito kayo, nangarap kayo, pero action and implementation is the last 20%. So, for example, complete my thesis by 2022. Oy, sino bang group mates ko? Anong topic ko? Ayan, yung literature review ninyo. O, di ba? Lagay kayong timeline. O, yun na. Okay? And then, you start with something small. Para hindi tayo tamarin. We start with a small step. Sabi nga nila, baby step. Di ba? So, reach out to my instructor, brainstorm with group mates, something that you can implement today, tomorrow, in this particular week. Para you get started. Okay? And let me know if I'm making sense. Am I making sense? Can you give me a heart icon? Baka pwede naman heart icon dyan, no? If I am making sense, let me know. Okay? Andiyan pa ba kayo? Ayan, thank you so much, BL. Si BL lang yung yung aking, ayun, thank you so much. Ayan, okay. Chine-check ko lang kasi baka mamaya tutulog na kayo. Okay. Hindi kayo natututo dyan. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Trisha. Oh, wow, heart talaga, heart eyes, no? Maraming salamat. Okay, and then, so yun siya, no? Goal setting. Okay, goal setting. And then, gamitin natin yung science, no? Stimulus, response, reward. Stimulus, response theory. Ang sinasabi niya, when we see a trigger, we act based on it. So, ilista niyo yan. Isulat niyo sa papel, tapos put it somewhere na makikita ninyo. Nung wala pa ako masyadong money. Yan. Ang ginawa ko, pumunta ako sa online, tapos napapaprint ako ng mga picture. Yan. Ang mga gusto kong picture, yun yung vision board ko para ipapost ko sa wall, tapos makikita ko siya. No? Tapos afterwards, nung medyo nakaluwag-luwag tayo, nagpagawa ako ng painting. Yan. Nagpa-painting ako ng aking vision board, yung pangarap ko sa buhay. Ginawa ko siyang painting. Para pag nakikita ko siya everyday, George, ito yung pangarap mo. Hindi mo pa na-achieve yan. So para kikilos ako. Okay? So, stimulus response. And then, reward yourself. Pag meron kayong nai-achieve sa mga pangarap ninyo, Reward yourself. Kahit na simpleng ano lang, accomplishment. So let's say for example, sabi niyo gusto niyo maging milyonaryo, sabi ni Bea Lynn, di ba? Pero na-achieve niya. Naka 10,000 pa lang siyang ipon. O estudyante ka. O kaya first work mo. O that's already a step towards the 8 million na pangarap mo, Bea Lynn. So, reward yourself, no? Mas candy, konting Starbucks man lang, o di ba? So at least because according to psychology, the cardinal rule of behavior change is what gets rewarded gets repeated. And then finally, aside from this, mag-plan B tayo. What if hindi ko ma-achieve yung action plan mo or yung pangarap mo for that year, no? Mag-fail ka o kaya ma-delay ng konti. Okay? So okay lang 'yon, 'di ba? So you reflect and then you think what went well, what did not go well, and then you go back again. No? You do it again. You start, no? You make some changes. Now, what's going to happen if let's say for example, pinlano mo na, nag-create ka ng action plan tapos nag-plan B ka pa. Can you let me know how would you feel? How would you feel kapag pinlano ko na lahat tapos grabe, hindi ko pa na-achieve. Grabe yung 8 million. 8 million next year. O, di ba? How would you feel, no? What would you think? Can you let me know? No? Can you chat with me? Ayan. Baka pwede nyo sabihin, frustrated, sabi ni Janea. Okay, good. Napaka-aktibo si Janea. May jacket na kayo dyan, ma'am. Baka pwede bigyan natin jacket to. Okay, pressured, sabi ni Trisha. Okay? And what I'd like to point out is, it's okay to fail. It's just a temporary defeat. There are so many things happening in our world na hindi natin controllable. Even this pandemic is not something we can control. The world is so complicated, right? For us to be able to control everything. So it's okay. Sometimes, meron tayong goal, we want to go a straight line, but in reality, alam nyo, yung buhay, zigzag siya eh. It's not always going up. Sometimes you need to go down before you can go up. And finally, our potential is one thing. What we do with it is quite another, sabi nga ni Angela Duckworth, no? On my recent post in Facebook, I narrated the story of how I work as a service crew sa Jollibee. Okay? Jollibee Stop and Shop, yan po yung unang work ko. Yan, Jollibee Stop and Shop sa Santa Mesa. Alam na mga taga Santa Mesa yan, no? And there was a point in time na kumakain ako ng barbecue, satisfied na ako sa life ko, undergraduate, kumikita ng minimum, no? Pero people expect a lot from me. Okay, as an honor student. So doon na-frustrate ako. Ayan, and nag-reflect ako. And somehow, I turned out fine. I turned out fine as time passed. Somehow, right now, I am fulfilling my potential. Sabi po ni Angela Duckworth, our potential is one thing. What we do with it is another. You all have great potentials. I'm rooting for you, especially for Bea for that 8 million. Go and thrive. PUP. Maraming salamat. You can connect with me on any of the social media platform. You can see me, you can check me there. And yun lang. Maraming salamat. Thank you, Clarice. Take care. And may you all have a great day ahead. Bye-bye.
Maraming salamat, Sir George. Okay, guys, the link for your e-certificate for evaluation is already posted at the Zoom chat and at the same time, the comment section of the PUP Career Center Facebook page. So, parang lahat yata ng speaker natin ngayon is galing sa PUP, ah. So, again, in behalf of the Alumni Relation and Career Development Office, I'm Professor Jane S. Kulma, the Chief for the Career Development and Placement Office, signing off, sayonara. So, guys, para po sa ating pambansang, not pambansang awit, but ang ating PUP hymn, let's stay tuned. Saglit lang po.
paglaw ka ng bayan. Ano? Kahit na nag-iisip ng kabataan, iyan. Saan kinalabas?